Hello, hello, good evening, everyone. Hello, good evening. How are we doing, everyone? Hello, Dragon. Have we had a good day so far? Do hope so. It's good evening. Good. It's pretty good here, too. A little chilly. Definitely gonna have to say it's a little chilly. It's a little chilly. But other than that, it's a pretty good day. I did see we had a last minute follow at the very end of last night's stream. We had a Rock Bottomless, who I do not believe is here. But Kelek, hello, welcome, welcome. Rock Bottomless, I don't know if you're here or not. Thank you for the follow at the end of the stream last night. I did not see it. I think it popped up just after I finished. So thank you, thank you, thank you for the follow. We are closing in on that 50. We are swiftly closing in on 50. We are on the push to Twitch affiliate, and I could not be more excited about it. Flair, welcome back. Good to see you again, Flair. Give me just a moment here. Let me pull up all of my important stuff here. I'm gonna try and get the audio to mix correctly here. One of my... something that I am not particularly good at, but that I do try to do, is to make sure that my audio is mixed very nicely. There you go. That should be all right. Let me know how that, how the game sounds mixed. Let's go to... over to here, and make sure we grab the right game, right screen. There we are, and we are in. Look at that. Professional streamer. All right. So, we are in Final Fantasy... oops. We are in Final Fantasy 9 today. We are... we just finished off what would have been Disc 1 at the end of last stream on Tuesday. Which means that we are functionally about a quarter of the way through the game, give or take. We're actually a little bit less than a quarter of the way through the game, because some of the later discs actually contain a bit more just raw stuff in them than the first one. But we are definitely getting moving quite swiftly on. Between last stream and this one, I did a little bit of grinding. I've got my characters up in the best equipment. I've got all their abilities unlocked. And so we're pretty much ready to get going here. We're pretty much able to go right on with the next bit of storyline. I did just about an hour or so of grinding total. Not very much, just enough to get us started. But yeah, we had a great time last night. I had a lot of fun playing our new playthrough of Xenosaga, which was so much fun last night. Oh my god, I had a great time. Probably definitely one of the streams of all time. Let's pass through here. I've got a gate pass. Let's go. We've been at this for a couple weeks now, and I am very, very interested in continuing. So we are on our way to a city called Treno. Oh, nice. She got them ups. $1,610 gil. Actually, that's a lot of gil. So he's just randomly sitting in a treasure chest down there somewhere. Treno's only a short walk from this gate. We gotta lower the gate for... Well, then lower the gate, dummy. Show me your gate pass. This is it. Will you lower the gate? Very different aesthetic. Like, it's a bit of shock actually going back to this game after playing Xenosaga last night. Oof. What a wild shock. Also, I mean, not just in the visuals, although obviously that is the case, but also just like the controls are a little different. So that is the city of Treno you see in the distance out there. The controls are just different enough, and the menuing is all very different. Different art, music, and tone. I mean, the tone is wildly different, but like, yeah, one of the big differences is like the menuing is very different. Oh man, that thing tanked the hit. Enemies in this area are definitely stronger than the ones in the previous area we were just at. I am glad that I did a little bit of boosting. Making sure that my characters are in their best equipment with all their abilities and stuff. I'm definitely happy I did that. So there's Treno, but because this is a Final Fantasy game, I am not going to go straight there. Of course, we're going to explore all of this big open world. Not that it's a huge open world, but we're going to definitely explore this upper area before... Oh! Hello. So this is the thing that can happen. We've not caught one of these on stream yet. This is a friendly enemy. Well, I said it's a friendly encounter. This thing is not going to attack us. And it wants some ore. So we're going to enter our item. We're going to use this ore item. We're going to use it on that guy. We're not going to attack it. It's marked by a different music. I've had one of these happen so far while I was grinding. With regards to a ladybug. It looks really yabai. Dragon! Dragon! Get your mind out of the gutter. It drops 10 AP on us, which is actually, I mean, it's nice, but most of my abilities are already locked out to full, so. But there we are. We just had our first, friendly encounter that we caught on stream. I did, like I said, I had one go off while we were, while I was grinding. They're really nice to have happen while you're grinding because they drop 10 AP. No experience, but they do drop 10 AP if you successfully, can't help seeing what's there. You are not seeing what's there. You're seeing what you want to see. You're the yabai one. Ooh, Dagger got silenced. I don't know if there's actually much for us to see over here, but I am going to continue to explore this area. Chestnut. So, Flair, if you're still around, do you have much experience with the Final Fantasy series, Final Fantasy in general, or this one in particular? These guys do look like they could be Pokemon. Absolutely look like they could be Pokemon. Because I know that you poked around for the Xenosaga stream, and you seem to have quite a bit of know-how over there. I'm just curious if you've what your experience is with. Oh, there's a little cave there. Because I grew up on Final Fantasy in general. But I was very bad at beating any of them. And this game in particular, I was just not good at, I just never quite cleared it. These guys are actually hitting me pretty hard. I'm gonna have to like, oh, why did you do 600 damage? And then 0 damage over there. What the hell is happening? We're gonna use... Why can't I cast life? Oh, you're silenced! Oh, Jesus. Well, we're just gonna have to kill you. That's gross. It's not really a big horror foul because Marcus is not a permanent party member, I believe, but... Alright, well... That was kind of gross. I'm using Echo Screen on Dagger to get rid of that. Man, these Mandragora. Really gonna have to be careful of these things. There's a little cave over here, so we're gonna pop into this little cave. Quan's dwelling. Wait, well, Quan, wasn't that the name of Vivi's? But this group doesn't know that. That's Vivi's grandpa. But this group doesn't know that. That was something that we learned while playing as the other group. So is this where Vivi lived? Oh, hey, HPMP restored. Hey. Scorpio. We got an HPMP regenerator there. That's always good to know. Ether. Oh, okay. Ether just sitting at the top of the ladder. Some kind of egg? Does that look like an eggshell to you? There's writing on the wall. Someone measured height here. 6 months since I adopted Vivi. Still too small to eat? Question mark? Juan was going to eat Vivi. Clock has stopped. Must have stopped recently. It stopped the week before I left Alexandria. Huh. Well, that clock must have a date. Wonder if Vivi was in the egg. Maybe. So this clock stopped when Vivi left. Probably. Something at the bottom of the ledge in the ocean. Looks like foam. Well, there is foam in the ocean. Like, as the ocean washes up against the beach. Huh. It looks like Quan was planning on eating. That's a good point. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, it doesn't make a lot of sense. The clock must have a date system on it of some kind. I don't know how that works, though. Well, alright then. Well, we found a couple of interesting things over here. Nothing... I mean, HPMP restoration pool is nice. Oof, 3 of these Mandragoras. Oh, but we're behind them, so we're gonna get some good shots off here. One of them down for free. Second one's gonna be close to dead. We're gonna take Blazara, which is gonna hurt. Not a ton. Jesus. We just keep silencing Dagger here. Maybe Vivi was not big enough to eat in the fashion. I see what you're trying to say there. Oh my good God. It looks like, all right, hold on. It looks like Chestnut is like a chance to like, oh my God. It's like it's got a chance to auto kill, but isn't guaranteed to. If this hits Steiner, he's dead again. Oh my God. This is insane. Oh my God. Can we get away? He's gonna just straight up kill me. Alright, I got away. Wow. That's ridiculous. Oh, I gotta use an echo screen too. Wow. Alright, we don't want to do fights around here if we can avoid it. We want to try and avoid fights here if possible. Let's get right to the city. All right, that's a better encounter. Much better encounter. All right, let's get into Trina. Oof, one more. One more encounter. Oh, and of course it's back attack. Tell ya. Anytime there's any chance for RNG, it's just gonna try and ruin my day. Ooh, good hit. And it's down. All right. And we are in. Dark City, Treno. Dark City. Princess, this is Treno, the city of nobles. We need to find out which noble has the super soft. There aren't many nobles living here. Nights are long. It's a great place for thieves. People like you turned this city into a slum. Let's steal the super soft and get this over with. Steal? How dare you? Do you think I'd let you commit a crime before my very eyes? How else would we get the super soft? Quiet! I will not allow such disgraceful behavior. I never asked you to come along. Quit complaining. Don't you talk back to me. First of all, by the way, she's gone. Uh-oh. Do not interrupt me while I am talking. Look behind you. What? Princess, I urge you not to... Princess! Oh, not again. Never have I dealt with such hardship during my 18 years of service. This is all because of you and their scoundrel friends. He's also gone. Gone. An Alexandrian knight must not let such a frivolous matter get to him. I must find the princess. So I'm going to be playing as Steiner here. Treno tradition. Come back here! Such a pickpocket. I should. Oh, shoot. I lost 1,000. There's a chance I could have hit the button there, and I screwed it up. Oh well, we lost 1,000 gold. What are you doing here, Sir Knight? How do you like the scenery? Isn't it beautiful? It looks splendid, but isn't it dangerous around here? I'll protect you. I'm sure you will. All right, let's go this way first. Oh. Meeting place. Let's do that one. Hey there. Is everything okay? The heck are you talking about? Huh? Hey, it's you! Where have you been, Marcus? You know, around. The man's waiting for you. Hey, achoo! You're late. A lot happened. I'm kind of tired. No excuses. You're ready to go. You found it? You found the super soft? Yeah, in a noble's mansion. You'll go by boat and break in tonight. Leave it to me. I'm the one who'll save our bro. Yeah, it's just that you got 2 liabilities coming along. What do you mean by liabilities coming along? Oh, hey. We don't need a rest. Then buzz off. You got it, buddy. Guy stole a ton of money from some noble's mansion in Treno. He's my hero. I want to be famous just like him. Oh, so it's the sign on the wall that we were reading. Bearded man with glasses and some guy went down the staircase. But I can't let you through without my boss's permission. Sorry. Alright, well. That's fine. That looks rickety as hell. We're back on our OSHA violations rant. A Yeti card. Alright. I think that's a new one for my deck. One gill. One gill. One singular gill. Got a wide selection. Take your time and see. Well, it's not that wide a selection, is it? It's pretty much just your basic, stuff. Pretty much the town of Treno in a nutshell. Also, neat item behind the shop. Good to know. Thank you. Gotta be an easier way to make a quick buck. One singular gill was hanging out. Our houses need repair constantly, not like the nobles' houses. Oh. Hey, thank you. Taurus, that's mine, by the way. That'd be my birth sign. That also marks the second one of those we picked up already, and we just started here today. Take a good look around, Marvio. We're gonna get out of this slum someday and live in a mansion on the waterfront. We're gonna become nobles, right, sis? Yeah. Good luck. Oh, another one. Unexpected visitor. 3. I've got a couple more than 3. Because we picked up another one as well. I think I've got 4. Not sure though. 1,000 gil. 1,100 gil. This must be an auction house. Maybe I can find the super soft here. Oh, shit. Oh, boy. Nobles that live in a life of luxury by the sea, while I'm drunk, living on the streets. Life stinks. Yo, oh, Jesus. The fountain at the entrance to Treno also has... Is that right? Holy hell. Well, I gotta backtrack then at some point before I get too... you know what? Let's do that now before I get too far. Mostly because I'm really bad at remembering the layout of Treno, and I'm just gonna get myself wandered around in circles for a while here. Treno does like it's a weird path. Fountain at the entrance to wait, hold on. Oh, over here. Ha 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 ha. Do I just gotta do this for a while? Need to throw in Gil a few times. Yeah, I know that it's worth it to collect these. I don't think I've ever gotten this one. Is it RNG? If it's RNG, then we could be here all night. RNG hates me. Oh, there it is. Gemini. All right, so we got Gemini like 15 times. Okay. I don't think I've ever gotten that one. I'm pretty sure that's the first time I've ever gotten that one. And I'm not actually convinced that I ever found Taurus either. Because I'll have to say, and you mentioned this on our first stream a couple of weeks ago, right? But I owned... Mom doesn't like it when you gamble. Oh, is he actually like gambling? But win today and get you a new card. Okay. I what am I trying to say? I owned the strategy guide, the Prima Vista official strategy guide for this game, but it's like it was a useless strategy guide, right? Most of its information was locked up on the website that it kept directing you to. This is a card game arena. And you can buy basic cards. Okay. Just gonna like get me into... Oh. Oh, okay. I don't need to do that right now. So like, well, even though I had the strategy guide, I never got a lot of the stuff because it was all like, most of it didn't actually tell you, most of the guide didn't actually tell you anything useful. What do you want? I have nothing to say to the likes of you. It's beautiful. I'll come back with someone else. Oh, you like it here, isn't it nice? I'll come back with someone else. That's rough. You're open to members. Oh, jeez, members only. All right, fine. Bougie nobles. Richie riches. Gross. What do you want? Have you seen a beautiful young princess? I mean, a girl around here? Nah, I didn't see any cute girl with long hair. What? What did you say? Nothing. I didn't say anything. I never said I stole any money from her. You nobles is right. I bought a power belt with her money. I'll give it to you. Forgive me. Oh, this is the person who pickpocketed us during that cutscene. Interesting. I wonder if you can't get that item if you don't let that cutscene play out that way. Bishop, the master of this mansion, likes to fund scholastic research. He also runs a synthesis shop and rents out a nearby tower to a researcher. Rich people do strange things. That is true. Looks like it was actually better that you got pickpocketed. Yeah, I mean, it looks like it. I don't think I've ever had that play out. All right, more synthesis. The new items to... Oh, there are definitely new items to synthesize here. All right, Magus Hat and Rubber Helm. We don't need either one of those, so I will definitely take one of them. We've got a Coral Ring. We do not have a Gold Choker. Linen, Cuirass, and Soft. We don't need either one of those, so I will definitely buy one of them. All right, that's the full set. All right, we've now got one of everything. I like this Bishop supporting... Yeah, I know, right? Sounds awesome. Let's see. That lowers his strength, ups his magic and magic defense, which is not great, but it does teach auto potion. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Oh, and the okay. Power belt. MP attack and counter. Oh, am I crazy or is that insane set of abilities? It also teaches Fira, so I can put that on Vivi once we're back with Vivi. Ooh. Fleagill and Shell we've already got, but Auto Potion is incredible. MP attack is worth it. All right, we've learned everything from Germanus Boots, so yeah, we're gonna go ahead and stick the Power Belt on Steiner. That sounds insane. All right, what am I currently running? HP plus 10, Bug Killer, Level Up, Antibody, Bright Eyes. I can take off Level Up for now. I use that mostly for my grinding. Uses own MP to raise attack. Oh, so does that mean that when I attack, I spend my own MP and it turns it into more damage? That might be useful for like boss fights, but not regular encounters. Okay, that might be more worth it for... Yeah, let's put on counter instead. Okay, I do like that. I think it will be useful, but probably better for like boss fights instead of like just regular grinding encounters. At this point, at least, he's mostly killing... What is Maneater? It does more damage to like human and humanoid type enemies. Just like, it's like Bug Killer and Undead Killer. It's just a specific... it just increases damage against specific targets. You brought Stellazio for Queen Stella? It better not be a fake. That bird lady can tell right away. She didn't fall for my cheap imitation Stellazio. Really good with Zidane. He doesn't have a lot of moves that depend on MP. That sounds accurate. I will definitely want to add that to him at some point. Please bring the Stellazio to the Queen when you find them. The Queen will reward you with a gift when you do. Alright, so this is where these all go. I am collecting star-shaped coins called Stellazio. And hold on. I'm collecting star-shaped coins called Stellazio. Oh, you have the Scorpio? Give it to me in return for a reward. You're most kind. Give it to me. So these are where all those coins or things that we've been collecting, this is where they're gonna go. Quack, quack. You may take the reward from my servant. Okay, 1,000 gil. Not much to worry about, but cancer. Take the reward from my servant. A phoenix pinion, okay. Here comes Gemini. $2,000 gil. All right, so we got 3,000 gil and a phoenix pinion so far. Now we're gonna give her Taurus. Blood sword? Excuse me? I have Aries as well. Number 4 is where the money's at. Well, that's a thing. That was a blood sword. 5,000 gil. All right. All right, and that's it. So I've got 5 so far. Holy heck. Jesus Christ. Half again increase in damage and a new ability. Holy hell. Half again, went from 16 to 24. Half again. Probably one of the best early games weapons. It drains on damage. I expected that to come from something called the Blood Sword. Awesome. Alright. Where'd he go? Wow. I mean, that is an insane jump in power. Okay, so now we've closed the loop and we're back here. Okay. This tower is always closed. Something fishy's going on. Don't attack undead with it. It'll kill ya Oh, interesting. Interesting. Mithril dagger, okay. It's locked. All right, well, so much for that. So what did we miss then? What did we miss then? That's a massive building for like a card game tournament hall. Card game must be like the most important thing in the entire freaking game. We didn't go up this way. I used to gamble up a storm at the card stadium when I was young. Oh, I remember this area. You can fight some optional fights down in here. It's not on motorcycles. Card games on motorcycles! I get that reference. I understood that reference. Mithril dagger, a mithril. Well, I gotta buy the mithril sword, even though it's worse than this, just in case it's got an ability on it. Mithril spear. Didn't we get the mithril spear? Mithril spear was the spear that we got from the ruins, right? So I don't think I need to buy that. Even though it says 0 in stock, it's just because she's got it equipped, but she's not in our party. Yeah, okay. We've gotten the air racket, mithril rod. Flame staff is new. We definitely want that. We've got a lightning staff. We need a flame staff and an ice staff. We've got a needle fork. Bone wrist. I'm probably gonna need like 3 of these. I'm gonna buy 2 just to start off with, though. These hats. Bandanas. I'll buy 2 of them just to start off. Bronze vest. I'm gonna buy one of them. And I have a chain plate kicking around. Chain mail. I'm gonna buy two of them. So much new equipment. I'm so glad I maxed out all of our, like, all the stuff that I've got. So what is the mithril sword? It has armor break. All right. I have to go with the mithril sword, at least for now. Well, nah, we'll do that off screen, off stream. Next time I do some grinding, I'll switch down to the mithril sword, and we'll do some grinding on that. I won't do that on screen. Let's see, chainmail, magic down, defense up. He's already got the abilities off of it, but it is better, and he does have the linen cuirass done already. So we're gonna equip that. And yeah, power belt's new. Okay. Whole bunch of new equipment. G-bus. G-bus. Ah, here we are. Why did you have to pay 5,000 gil to buy a piece of junk like that? It's not junk. This is the King family auction site. Oh, okay, can I not go in that door? Why do I feel like I need to lick these walls? Hold on. Excuse me for a moment while I lick a few walls. Oh, ah, ha, 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 ha. What a random amount of gil. Also, why is he just sitting on the ground? Probably a drop. Probably some thieves did a freaking pickpocket and did a drop. Princess, thank goodness I found you. I was worried. And it's so funny when you switch to the other party items to just rent. That is true. That is true. It's like a quantum storage. How can I find the super soft when I keep having to listen to your complaints? That's right. Snap at him. Smack him around. I don't think it's here anyway. Where's Marcus? Oh, I do not know. Maybe Marcus found it already. Are you coming? I'm going, with or without you. I shall follow you, princess. I've seen him before. Oh, that's right. This group was not present at that other fight, so she didn't immediately recognize him. That was entirely for us, the player. Oh. Wait a minute. Hold on. Hold on. I'm gonna run out of here. Hold on. What's the, like, permanent effect of me, like, hanging out in the auction house? Are those items gonna be gone permanently forever, like, if I don't win them? I don't remember the mechanics. Okay. I don't remember the mechanics of this. Griffin's Heart, Doga's Artifact, Une's Mirror, Reflect Ring. Okay. Do I have to, like... Ah, let's see. What was the current number? Oh, Jesus. Instantly asked before any other bid before making... Ah, okay. I've got quite a bit of gil because I did quite a bit of grinding, so maybe I'll be able to pick up one or two of these. 5,400, 5,700, 5,900, 6,200, 6,300, 6,500, 6,600. 6,700. Oh, you... The nice number. 69K. Nice. All right, I'll take that. No idea if any of these are useful. Is that just like... Does that just go in the key items? Is that just nothing? Griffin's Heart. Yep. Fear its soul, for it knows no terror. All right, well, we got one. We've still got 56,000 gil. They can be sold for more. Oh, interesting. I've still got 56,000 gil, so let's 6,100. The next one was called Doga's Artifact. Well, we're already above, so 7,200. Jeez, this one's gonna go high. 7,800. Gotta find the right nobles in the town who want... Ah, interesting. 8,400. Jeez, this one went up and up and up. 8,600. 8,700. 8,700. Take that too. Une's mirror. 4,600. 5,800. 6,100. 6,400. Now, you mentioned in a previous stream that there's like some like treasure hunter. Holy crap, we're over 10k. There's some like treasure hunter value that can go up. Is this part of that mechanic at all? 12,7, 13,1, 13,4, 13,7, 13,9. Selling off all 4 of the special items, prerequisite to getting a special item to trade for a powerful weapon late game. Good to know. 14. 14-1. Jesus, this is up there. 14-2. 14-3. 14-4. Alright, we got that one too. Alright, we got all 3 of them. So the only one we don't have so far is the rat tail. So this one's the reflect ring. So I've got 3,300. 33,000 rather. So I'm guessing this, so those first 3 were like just key items. This one I'm guessing is an actual item that's like, or like an an accessory for battle. So this one I probably really want. I mean, reflect sounds awesome. Reflect is always a very strong effect. So I will definitely take it if I can. 12-8, I'll take 12-9. That went much faster than the other ones. I was almost not ready for it. Take a short break. All right. Now, do I have to like leave town and come back later, or can I just like exit and enter again, and the next one will start up? Oh yeah, looks like we can just start back up. All right, I got 20k. Magician. Oh Jesus, magician rope. Fairy. Okay, fairy earrings. You said to pay attention to. Maiden's ring. Pearl rouge. Man, there's a lot of interesting stuff here. All right, we're gonna do one more. I want the mirror. If you find the noble wants them, don't immediately sell. They will up the price. Okay, good to know. With the exception of the mirror. All right, so I'm gonna bet for the fairy earrings. You said the fairy earrings are really good, so I'm just gonna wait through this one. I'm not gonna bet on this one because you said I can come back here and buy these at any point. So I'm gonna wait on this one. I never really interacted with this with the auction house much in my like other casual playthroughs. Even though this one's going pretty low at 5,300, I don't want to run the risk that the other one goes up to like 6, because I've only got 20,000. So if I pay like 5 grand for this and the next one goes up to 15 grand, then I'm out. All right, fairy earrings. 1,900, 2,700, 2,800, 3,100, 3,600, 4,000, 42, 44. 48, 49, 51, 53, 56, 57, 61, 62. Oh, 62. All right. I'll fight for the next one too then. I got plenty of gil. I can stick I can play in. I can keep playing. I can keep playing. We'll go for the next one too. 61. 62. 63. 63. Oh, that's right. Yeah, you said that. Yeah. 64. Oh, I got outbid by 65. 67. 68. Don't do it. All right, 68. All the artifacts are called back to older FF games. Oh, is that right? Huh. Doga's artifact, Rat Tail, Griffin Heart, and Yoon's Mirror. Une's Mirror. Huh. Alright, equip dagger. Yeah, you're all set with that. We did get a bandana. So we're gonna equip your bandana. And a bone wrist, although you don't get any of the stats from any of that. Ooh, we have a bronze vest for you that's technically worse in almost every way, but it does teach you jelly, and jelly's a really important one. Well, I might have to hold on to that for... Oh, I've got so many of these now. Okay, hold on. Let's start from the top. Earrings. Level up, body temp, and regen. Now, I'm quite surprised she doesn't learn regen. I'm guessing I know who does. But it's not her. I'm guessing I know. There was the mini Sid when Steiner walked in. Yeah. So the minis, like the artifact, those are also like collectibles, right? Because there's the mini airships, and then there's like mini like characters, something. There's so many collectibles in this game. Reflect ring, auto reflect, and then the reflect ability. Jesus. Yeah, the gold choker. Maiden's ring also teaches body temp, and Guardian Mog, I definitely know who learns that one. That's a collectible, yeah. Jesus, what do I even want to give her? Level up, body temp. Level up's incredible. Body temp is really important too, because body temp prevents freezing, but it also prevents, because like there's overheat, right? Like or like getting burned up or something. Like there's an effect that's like for hot, and there's an effect for cold, and that blocks both of them, right? Also, massive jump to evade. But I mean, auto reflect is insane, right? Oh, and it's a strength up item. And gives magic defense as well. Jesus. So that is like so good on like Steiner, and assuming they can take the auto reflect ability. Oh, what do I even want to give her first? I'm gonna give her the reflect ring first, so that she can start learning that stuff. Auto reflect costs 15. Turn off Insomniac, turn off Antibody. Turn on Auto Reflect. Alright. Well, that was an interesting dalliance that we just engaged in. So now we've got to find nobles. Now, can I find them right away, or that's something that's like later on in the game? Oh, also this Kupo needs to... I need to talk to you. I haven't talked to you yet. Mogridge. We're really good friends. There's a letter. Oh, a letter from Stiltskin. There's trouble in this rainy city. The guys I saw, though, were heading towards Vube Desert, west of Burmecia. They'll only find sandstorms. What could they possibly want? I'm gonna follow them and see. Stiltskin being a spy. Vube Desert is so far away. Stiltskin is amazing. Whoa. Okay, no mail for you. Save. I just had like a mini heart attack because I'm like, all right, Filippo, you weren't here last night, but I was playing, there's one in the synthesis shop, some outside of it, and such. Okay, so that's the area I was about to run over to try and check. You were not here yesterday, but we were playing Xenosaga, on emulator, and for some reason, the emulator hard crashes whenever I try and save, so I'm having to use like save states instead of like using the in-game save mechanism. And I just had like a heart attack as soon as I hit save. I'm like, no, don't save. I was thinking about it when you were talking about going to the mogul. Like, I just had like a visceral, like, my heart jumped into my throat. I was like, oh God, don't crash. Yeah, for some reason, that game like hard crashes. Whenever I try and save. Ah, this guy wants the mirror. Now, the mirror was the one that you said is the exception, so I want to buy that straight up. Wow, I really didn't get much for that. Hold on, are you sure that the mirror is an exception? Because that's only going to get me like 100 extra gil. Save out of the simulation in the train. Yeah, it was like the very first area. Okay, well, I didn't get much for this one then. Alright. I should nothing to say to the likes. Yeah, we just conducted a really high-level business transaction, my friend. You shouldn't, like... You should settle down. Okay, this guy wants Doga's artifact. Do I have to like leave and come back so he'll modify his price? I mean, that's still more money than I paid for it, because that one came out to about 6 or 8K or something like that. The mirror was the really expensive one. I made a little bit off of the mirror. That one I made a couple thousand off of, so that one I'm happy with. I have one more that I need to sell right now, which is the, what was the last one? They're not going to be that way. And this is the slummy side, so I don't think I'm going to find them here, unless they're, like, hanging out here at the front. Oh, well, I guess not you. So we sold Doga's artifact and the mirror, which means that we've got... Ah, the Griffin's Heart. There we go. Oh, nice. That one increased. All right. Well, there we go. Got a few thousand off of it. We're back up to 39.2. Okay. That's not bad. I'm, like, tempted to run back and see if they auction off the rat tail the next time we go in. Because you said that it's required... So we got to sell off all 4... We gotta buy them at the auction house, sell off all 4, and then like there's another auction house item that opens up. Is that correct? No, this is still the wrong area. Where am I trying to go? I tell you, Trino turns me around so freaking much. It's called Goddo's Finger. All of this is stuff I never interacted with because like none of this was like in any of the strategy guides that I had. Again, the strategy guide was terrible. So like I never had access to any of this information. So like these items are... We'll definitely go in for the mini Sid. Oh, Doga's artifact, Una's mirror, they're back in the rotation. Pearl Rouge. Just remembered why I didn't want you to see them immediately. What does that mean? Oh, to sell them immediately? You can't sell them again. Okay. Good to know. Mini Sid's up here, though. So you can't just constantly rotate it around. I will buy this mini Sid, by the way. I just remembered why I didn't want you to sell them immediately. Why? What was up? $2,000. 2,100. This one's going cheap. Sold. All right, the other ones were not in the rotation that I was interested in, so we're gonna go out and go back in. I'm gonna see if Rat Tail shows up. Magician's Robe, Doga's Artifact, Una's Mirror, Pearl Rouge. They might... Let's see. Magicians... Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't think this is going to move forward unless I buy one of these. Pearl Rouge. Alright, well, let's go in for this Magician's Robe. Why not? Doga's artifact at least can be used to access some music later game, but if it's back in rotation, it doesn't matter. Doga's artifact can be used to access some music later game. Interesting. Well, I'm willing to go back in and buy it again. It's on the rotation now. I'm willing to buy it back. I'm absolutely willing to buy it back. At this point, we've already reached the point in the game where Gil is not a problem. It does not take long in these older Final Fantasy games to reach a point where Gil is not an issue. Well, then I'm not going to buy this thing. I'm going to let this get sold. And then I will buy back Doga's artifact. I think I remember what you're talking. All right, well, if you guys are, yeah, I don't even like, you know, if you guys are in agreement, I will happily put forth the gil. I mean, we already made some money off of it in the first rotation, a couple thousand. We made a couple thousand gil off it in the first rotation, so I am happy to drop a little bit more to pick it up again. 7,200, 7,600, 7,700. 7,900, 8K, 8,200. By the way, have any of you guys ever sat in on an actual auction before? Because I have. Those places are wild. 85. Alright, picked up Doga's artifact again. I'm not going to pick up the mirror again. We're going to run out and run back in and see what it resets to. The Griffin's heart back in rotation. Another set of fairy earrings. And his mirror. And the Pearl Rouge. Okay, never mind. Focus isn't the only one, but I can't remember what the other are. I would expect it to be super fun, but it's definitely stressful. I had no dog in the fight. I was not actually bidding on anything, but when I worked for a pizza delivery place that the local auction house, what they would do is they would buy stacks of our pizzas and then turn around and sell them by the slice. So they didn't make their own pizzas. They literally like bought ours. And so I would go out there and deliver like a stack of pizzas at a time and then sit in on like an auction or two because they were generally pretty quiet nights. But I had no dog in the fight, and it was pretty wild. Not having a dog in the fight would make it... But yeah, that was like... I watched this go off, and I'm like... My eyes were like... I'm like, what the hell's happening here? Alright. So we were... Yeah, we gotta go this way. Alright. Sanity check. What are we missing? Did we do everything? I think we did all the things we wanted to do. We stopped at the synthesis shop. We stopped at the equipment shop. We dropped off all of the coins. We found a bunch of coins. We did the auction house stuff, at least some of it. And we can come back later for the rest of the auction house stuff. Like, that'll be around later on in the game. So, okay, time to just move on. Still annoyed by the time I got outbid on bags of yarn 2 times in a row by the same person. Yeah, that'll happen. We're ready to retrieve the super soft. Good, at last we can save blank. When do we leave? We can leave right away. So you're coming along, huh? Interesting. State sales are the places to find yarn. Yo, for real, for real. Princess! Please wait! Boss is waiting at the docks. Boss? You mean... Yep, there's only one man we call boss. No, I'm gonna turn back. Excuse me. It might be a trap. You cannot trust criminals. Think of the consequences. You are a princess. If the queen hears about this... He's so desperate. Princess, you know that breaking and entering is a crime. I need to make sure you don't steal anything else. Let's go. Damn it. But I am coming along. It's my duty to protect the princess from bad influence. Do whatever you want, man. Always talking about your duty. Ain't you got any thoughts of your own? Don't you talk back to me. I am escorting the princess. Thought you might have changed after traveling with Zidane, but you ain't changed. Do you even know why you're here? What do you mean? Let's just go, okay? He's doing such a good job. How was Burmecia? Not bad. Better if I didn't have to see those vermin and the ugly elephant lady. They offend my senses. You must be tired. It's not over yet. The rest of the vermin must be done away with. Will you be headed to Clara then? Yes, I trust you will deliver them. Certainly, I shall prepare now. By the way, did you see a pretty lady in the crowd today? Yeah, I just bought up half your frickin' inventory. Pretty lady? Shall I arrange a meeting? No joke, I'm straight and that man makes me swoon. Top villain Christ. This man is dangerous. There's no need. The canary I've been after. She flew into my cage of her own free will. Never would I have imagined running into you in a place like this. It must be fate. But you cannot rest your wings yet. Fly home to your mother, my little canary. Oh boy. I too will welcome you home with open arms. Yuck. Like a poison dart frog. Dangerous but very... Gorgeous but very dangerous, yes. What in the world am I doing? Oh, it's this guy. It's Steiner speaking. I'm assisting thieves in committing a crime. No, I must be patient. Protect the princess, escort her back to the castle. Focus on your duties. Trust the queen. She would never commit an atrocity. Oh, Steiner. There must be a good reason. No thoughts of my own? Nonsense. How could I, a lowly knight, understand the queen's thinking? I need not worry about the ramblings of a criminal. Just think about escorting the princess home. I'll probably never see him again. He was the culprit. He pulled the princess and me into his intrigues. It was your fault, Zidane. If you hadn't treated me like a child, I wouldn't be here hunting after Supersoft to save one of your friends. Why am I doing this? Because Blank saved me? Yes, he saved me. He saved my life. The least I can do is return the favor. But I never thought about things like this before. How are we to find Supersoft in this mountain of boxes? Just find it. Oh, we're in the synthesis shop. So it's coming. Look at the schnoz on this dude. Oh, how do I even voice this man? The armor isn't exactly conductive to a beanie. I love the Foley for his walking around sound. It's insane and absolutely not useful for something like this. Oh, I can't believe I ran out of ink on a night like this. I must find more ink and go back to the observatory. Should I take care of him? Wait. Princess, no! You're... I missed you, Dr. Tot. Princess Garnet. Dr. Tot? You know him? Dr. Tot is the highly respected scholar who tutored the princess. Ah, Master Steiner, you must be quiet or you'll wake the shopkeeper. But Princess, what on earth are you doing here? It's a long story. We're looking for Supersoft right now. There is a proper reason for this. We are not here to steal or commit any form of crime. Somebody down there? Run along. I will give you Supersoft later. Go left from the Treno entrance and continue until you find a large tower. Oh, the locked tower that we ran into. That would be his. The tower is my home. It is locked, but I shall unlock the door to await your arrival. All right, let's go back. Thank you, Dr. Tot. I'll see you later. Oh, it's you, Dr. Tot. Oh, great timing. I ran out of ink. You should have called me. I'll get yelled at if our inventory's wrong. Princess. So this Tootsie's gonna give us Supersoft. It's Tot. Sure. Whatever. I can't believe Tantala's at the mercy of some old man. Guess we gotta keep babysitting the princess. Still, he ain't gonna give you the Supersoft unless you're with the princess. That's the deal, princess. I'm asking you to take Marcus to this toot. It's Tot. I was going to anyway. Oh, get some rest before you go. I'm sure Ted's gonna need time to prepare. It's Tot. I love that. I love that. I love that very much. All right. Well, that was a interesting B&E that we just engaged in there. We're definitely not touching Marcus's equipment. He's not getting any of our nice new stuff. I am just now remembering the dungeon this is going to lead into, and I frickin' hate this upcoming dungeon. Oh. Dr. Tot. I guess he did say to get some sleep, huh? Which I did not do. Princess, thank you for coming. Welcome to my humble abode. This is your home? I traveled quite far in search of a sponsor for my research after I departed Alexandria. I finally found one here in Treno. You have grown into a fine young woman. I am pleased to see you again. Dr. Tot, you look quite well. Master Steiner, you are escorting the princess? Yes, sir. I deeply regret my earlier actions. Still a straight arrow, aren't you? I'm sure you had your reasons, but I won't ask why. The Supersoft is in the box right there. Please take it. Don't mind if I do. Steiner coming up the steps so far behind is hilarious. I mean, that armor, that's the thing about plate armor, right? It's heavy. And a full body suit of plate armor like he's wearing has got to be 75 pounds or more. Like, the man, just to walk around in that stuff would be exhausting. Have you no manners? Thank the good doctor. It's quite all right, Master Steiner. Now I can save my bro. Oh, I can't believe I must travel with a lowly criminal. Oh, Steiner. It's a world map, but it's missing a chunk. Big globe. All right, well, I guess there's nothing I can do up here right now. Man lives in it though, he must be used to it. I mean, like, no, seriously, like his cardio must be insane. Master Tot, is this Gaia? Yes, it is a globe of our planet, Gaia. I remember your lessons. You remember the ramblings of an old fool. 2 phrases are commonly found in documents more than 500 years old. One is jewel, the other is summoner tribe. But 500 years ago, the phrases mysteriously vanished from history. Nobody uses the word jewel anymore. That's got to be a translation thing. The archaeologist Frederick Ashe theorized that jewel refers to the pendant passed down to the ruler of Alexandria. Right, there's no other jewels or gems anywhere in the world. But the pendant is much too small to be referring to the same jewel. Other research suggests a relationship between eidolons and magical stones. Dr. Tot? Ah, Princess. Are you reading big books again? I have already read every book in this library. But I think better when I'm surrounded by old books. Really? I don't like books. You are a person of dignity. It is imperative that you study hard. I know, but I was quite taken by that book you gave me. What was it called? Was it I Want to Be Your Canary by Lord Avon? Oh yes, that's the one. So there's a book I like after all. My. What is this, Dr. Tot? That is a globe of Gaia. It's a model of our planet. A Gaia globe? I never knew our castle was shaped like a sphere. We live on the surface, Princess. Ah, yes, the stars. They inspired the theories relating stones and eidolons. That is why... Oh, I'm sorry, I was lost in thought again. It's okay. Where is my room on this globe? Oh, your room is much too small to point out on this globe. What about the castle? That I can do. How long has it been? 8 years. Time passes quickly. But I haven't changed. I continue to collect and research these items. Where did you find this globe? It's an antique. It's broken, as you can see, but I use it as an observation deck. Ironic, isn't it? Looking up at the sky from inside a globe. It sure is. Princess, I don't mean to meddle in your affairs, but I am on your side, now and forever. Please tell me if there's anything I can do. Dr. Tot. I see. So the Queen's forces have already grown quite powerful. Okay then, it may be dangerous, but I shall see to it that you reach Alexandria. How? I had an old transportation device remodeled in the case of such an emergency. This way, please. We can finally return to Alexandria. I'm coming with you. But why? I can reach blank more easily from Alexandria. Yes, come with us, Marcus. Okay, Steiner? Let's go save Blank and restore my mother to her former self. She's very, sure of herself. Please be equipped for battle. There are monsters underground. Please take the ladder inside the hole down when you're ready. He beat us down here, by the way. All 3 of them did. Gargan Rue. This is Gargan Rue, an ancient travel route between Treno and Alexandria. Why was this thing built under a tower? Actually, Gargan Rue was in use long before even the invention of airships. The tower was built on top of the disused tunnel. But it looks fairly new. I convinced Mr. Bishop to keep this place intact. I haven't used it since it was remodeled, mind you. We must first activate the tunnel connection sequence and call the Gargant inside. Let's see, where was the sequence trigger? So all we have to do is find the sequence trigger. Princess, let us find it. Let's see, where was the trigger? Hey, Mochos, we got a thing for you. Deliver a letter from Nazna. Primo, in Southgate's Bowden station, sent me a letter saying that he feels sad when he sees Mary in love. But I think he feels that way because Grimo himself is in love. Kupo, am I right? I also know that Nazna is in love with Grimo. Oh, we've got a... Alright, nothing else. We've got some love brewing among the moguls. Ka-chunk. Alright, we are in Garganroo. I dislike this dungeon. Actually, this might not be the dungeon I'm thinking of. This might actually not be the dungeon I'm thinking of. There's a dungeon I'm thinking of that requires a lot of backtracking. What is that thing? Thinking of Fossilroo. I might be. Oh, look at that! Look at the model of that blade. Oh, it looks so pretty. Yeah, I might be thinking of Fossilroo. There's a dungeon that requires a ton when he can't. Yeah, no, like, and he like heals himself with every hit. What a freaking weapon! Got another chain plate. All right. Well, that's fine. Phoenix down. Pull the lever, Crunk! Wrong lever! Why do we even have that lever? Oh, okay, door's open. Feed. Ka-chunk. Excusez-moi? That movie is a gem. It is an incredible movie. What the? I don't like being back attacked by an enemy I'm not familiar with. This is very unhappy making. Alright, only hit me for 12. I am suddenly not worried. Although I only hit it for 12. Yikes. Well, I'm back attacked, right? So my guys are all switched around. So Steiner and Marcus are attacking from the back rank. So they're not going to do as much damage. Combination Dragonfly Praying Mantis. Yo. Both of those are carnivorous bugs. I don't want to see either one of those blown up to that size. This is it. This is where we call the Gargant inside. What do you mean? Garganroo Treno Station is shaped like a circle. When you pull on that lever, Gargant circles around the station continuously. I don't understand what you're saying. Better to show than tell. Princess, will you pull on that lever over there? What is it? It's a massive insect gondola. Perfect timing. That is the Gargant, a giant insect that pulls this trolley. Next, we must halt the Gargant. It's a massive insect. Where was the lever? It's right over here, dummy. It's a massive insect gondola. Oh. Please hurry. It'll resume once it's finished eating. You sure it won't keep going around in circles? It won't. I will reverse the connection sequence and let the Gargant out of the station. Please look after the princess, Master Steiner. Of course. The princess is bright, but she is still young and naive. I am concerned about her safety. Please make your own decision on the matter at hand and protect her. I am but a humble knight. I cannot exceed my authority. Is that an honest answer? You may endanger the princess if you keep telling yourself that. I shall take note of your counsel. Very well, princess. People are finally telling Steiner to frickin' grow a backbone, for crying out loud. It's about time. I must hurry. I just pull the lever. Steiner's even more naive than she is. Yeah, I know, right? Be safe, princess. Well, he's just accepted a long time ago that his job is just to follow orders. Steiner is, I mean, he's pretty damn close to straight up negligent. Finally. We can reach Alexandria now. Can't even see Treno anymore. Wonder how long it's going to take. I never dreamed of going home in a vehicle like this. Dr. Tot remains a unique character. Whoa! What's wrong? It's hesitating. What? Oh boy. Why is it hesitating? What the hell is this thing? It's a worm with a gas mask. Could this be the reason? Oh, it's a boss fight. Friendo! It's a friend! I don't like this friend. I do not like this friend. Why's he got a gas mask on? Oh, you mother... Get out of here. Go away. Hold on, what the hell was this thing's name? Ralvuran Rava? Oh, jeez. Well, you missed. Mithril Fork, that's a weapon upgrade. Can't quote that. Not that one! Jesus. Man, Steiner is like a monster now. Like, not even kind of. Oh, you hit really hard. Okay, hold on. Pure Marcus. Why not? For once everyone lives. But this is creepy! But you are right. Everyone lives. Just this once. Everyone lives. Another bone wrist. Critical. Jesus, 1100 damage. Bye. Bye, I guess. Bye, Felicia. That's still a meme that anybody knows. We're finally here. I think the Gargant is tired too. I never knew such a place existed in Alexandria. Where are we? Let's keep moving. Is this really Alexandria? Well, it must be. How do we get out? Well, this way. Princess, let us make haste. Wait, Steiner. I know this place. Dr. Tot told me about this place. My ancestors built this place to keep enemies from invading. Dr. Tot also said, Princess, we can hear your stories later. Stale air cannot be good for us. We gotta save Blank. Right. We need to hurry. Let's go, Steiner. And y'all, three of you just perfectly walked in between the parallel bar-shaped lines, huh? I didn't do anything. Don't blame me. You really didn't do anything? You don't believe me? Look, we miss our chance to escape. He's not wrong. There was a significant delay between the first one going up and the second one going up. You would just take a step back and nobody would have been caught. They fell for it. Fell for it, they did.
Thorn! Thorn! I am Steiner, captain of the Knights of Pluto. I have returned. Let us out at once.
Too bad it is. You're all under arrest.
Zorn?
Thorn.
I've returned to Alexandria to speak with my mother. Take me to my mother.
Yes, we will take you to see Queen Braun, whether you like it or not. Capture Princess Garnet, Queen Braun said. Ordered us, she did.
What's going on?
Oh. All right, it hung there for a second. I was... every natural disaster movie starts by ignoring a scientist. This is no different. You know what? You're not wrong. Oh, hey, we're back with this team. Can you stand, Freya? It's nothing. Take it easy, okay? How about you, Vivi? Yeah, I'm all right. So what now, people? They said they were going to Clara. We have no choice. We must go to Clara too. I knew you'd say that. You coming, Vivi? Do you think we'll learn more about those black mages if we go to Clara? Yeah, I'd say we'll learn a lot about them as long as we keep following Braun and that Kuja guy. Then I'm with you. Clara? Sound yummy. I go with you. Oh, and what about the princess? Dagger. I'd never forget about her. She might not be here in Burmecia, but I know we'll find her soon. You said I missed the hot mess that is Beatrix. That was a hell of a fight. But we took her out all right. Some say it lies in the desert west of Burmecia, but I know not whether we can enter the town itself. Brighten up a little. We'll figure it out when we get there. Yeah, we actually touched on the, or we sort of tapped... Dagger, where could you be? We actually went by the Sandstorm out here. All right, so, equipment. I didn't really get to... Well, yeah, so, okay. Oh boy, I'm gonna need... Well, that drops strength. So, considering it increases everything else, but it does drop strength, I'm gonna put it on someone else. If someone else needs it. I've got 2 bone wrists, which is actually good that I got one, because I only bought 2, and I'm put one on one of the other group. I think at least 2 people are gonna need this. It teaches add status, which Zidane already has, but it definitely is a significant stat increase for him, so I'm gonna put it on him. The bronze vest teaches him jelly, which he has mastered. Now the next one up is chain plate, which is good, and it teaches devil killer, so we're gonna put that on him. Next, all right, let's see which one of these insane things that just manifested in his inventory we want to teach. Medane's ring drops his strength by 1, which isn't great, but it does teach body temp. And Zidane is one of those characters that we want to keep moving. We don't want him frozen, because if we start fighting an enemy that's gonna freeze our whole team and we're worried about a game over, we can, if Zidane is moving, he can he's got a bandit ability that lets us flee, right? I think he does. So he can help guarantee us our escape from a battle. So we want to keep him on with that. But auto potion is always good. Everybody should have auto potion at some point. Literally everyone should have auto potion at some point. Is it worth putting on him first? I think putting it on the weaker members first is better, because a potion is a higher percentage of their health. So I think I'm going to put the fairy earrings on him first. So Medane's ring teaches body temp, which is the same thing that fairy earrings teach, but fairy earrings also teach level up, so we're going to put the fairy earrings on him. Yeah, we're going to put the fairy earrings on him. It also teaches level up, which is nice. All right, next. BB, you just picked up the lightning staff, so unfortunately we're going to keep that on you for now. You're not going to use any of your other stabs that we bought. We are definitely upgrading the Magus hat to bandana for you, probably. Yeah, I think that's what we're going to do. The leather wrist is definitely being upgraded. Actually... Well, definitely to the glass armlet. We'll see if we want to put the bone wrist on you or not. Ugh. Everybody should be picking up the bronze vest at some point. You didn't learn anything from the desert boots in the first place. Yeah, I think gold choker on you is best. Next. Yeah, glad I didn't buy the mithril spear, because the spear is what we already had. No other helmets for you, no other gloves for you. Chainmail for you. You already have all of its abilities, but it is 2 defense up and 1 magic down, and you don't care about magic, so that's definitely an increase. Place the glass buckle. So the Kachusa, I don't know what that is, but it's called a Kachusa, teaches ability up. I do not know what ability up is. Does that mean that she gains ability points faster? Because if so, that's insane. It drops strength and spirit, magic evasion, but ups magic defense, magic and speed. Not really useful for her, but ability up is incredible. Wow, that is what that means. Holy shit. Well, in that case, I should teach that to her earlier than anything else. So let's put that on you. The needle fork can be replaced with the mithril fork. Thankfully, all of her forks continue teaching high tide. Consider all of their forks continue teaching them high tide. Considering it takes 250 points to get that leveled up. So thankfully, all of the forks have it as an ability. Strength down is not going to work, and you don't learn a new ability for it. So we'll keep the steepled hat on you. All right, question: who gets the bone wrist? Is it going to be Quina or is it going to be Vivi? I mean, Quina's the strength-based character more than Vivi is, so we're going to put bone wrist on them. Again with the bronze vest that should be teaching Jelly. That's going to have to be something I grind up for off screen. All right, and they are currently learning Millionaire, which we have not 100'd out yet, so. All right. Actually, save first. What am I doing? Oh yeah, I got Blue Choco. That's right. Yeah, you weren't here for that either. Yep. I played a whole bunch of Chocobo Hot and Cold and got Blue Choco. Look at how pretty he is. Clara's trunk. The tempest subsides. By the gods. Come on, let's go while we can. Run through all the water! Yes. Shallow water, though. Shallow water run. Can't go into oceans yet. Indeed. Let us press on. Must hurry. Must find yummy yummies. It is incredible to me that you could not have Quina at this point in the game. Like, you could literally have gotten all the way to this point in the game and not have had Quina. Oh. And, like, have to go through all these boss fights and, like, go through all this stuff and just not have Quina. This is beautiful. The artist that rendered this was very talented. All right, well, pushing on the big door does nothing. Pull the lever, Crunk! So many levers to be pulled. Phoenix down in the chest. Excuse me while I go the long way around everything so that I can lick all the walls. Sand! Oh. Magician shoes. We got them. Magic kicks. Oh, well, there's the ice staff. Well, now we got 2 of them. Oh, well. Maybe they'll be in a, It's sand, it's rough, it gets everywhere. Oh, the references. I hate sand. It's rough and it gets everywhere. Quit your whining for 2 seconds. The hell is this thing? Okay. Oh, well, apparently I can't do that. Can I hit it with magic? Well, I mean, I certainly hit it. It's a buff-ass sand sculpture. Ow. Rude. Oh, rude AF. Oh. Oh no! The way the core is like wiggling in there, like, oh no, oh no, oh no. And now can I hit the core? Is this what? Oh, there's a tiny thing in his chest, looks like another entity. Well, it's a golem, right? So I think the idea is... I see what's going on here. Okay, so you want to kill, you gotta kill the core, but you have to deflate the body so that you can hit it with melee. I see what's going on here. Okay. PV level up. Yeah, so I think it's based on the, like, the original Jewish myth of the golem, right? Where, you know, you form the thing out of clay. In this case, it's made out of sand, but you form the thing out of clay, and then you, like, put something. I'm not super familiar with the mythology, but you, like, stick a thing in it. And that brings it to life, and you can turn off a golem by removing that thing. I am, for the record, I am not Jewish. It is not my religion or place to speak on. So I only know that the myth is Jewish, is of Jewish origin. That is all I know. All right, up the tree we go. Ether. Oh, hello. This is just too funny not to do. All right, sand's coming. Sure is. Flowing like water. Oh. Oh, what a, wow. That might be the derpiest looking animal I have ever seen. Oh, I forgot we've got Quina with us. We gotta worry about trying to eat these things. I completely forgot. Do not vor me. Get out of here. Quina's just gone. Not even in my party list anymore. My party currently consists of 3 people. Quina's just gone. Like, just bye-bye. Deleted from the game. Excuse me? Well, Freya wasn't on screen because Freya leapt into the air and was coming back down. Oh, I can't go in there. Huh. Alright. Fine. I mean, they're still in my party screen. They haven't actually been deleted from the game. But it sure looked like they were gonna be for a second there. There are little caterpillar enemies you'll want to chomp on. Thank you. Oh, wow. This is the same chamber we were in a second ago, except now it's like full of sand. Is that a... Did I see a thing? Am I crazy? I thought I saw a thing pop up. Alright, maybe not. There are little caterpillar enemies you'll want to chomp on. Om nom nom bugs. Yes, keep hitting Vivi. His magic defense is very high. I am very happy for you to just keep wailing on Vivi. Alright, so you hit it once, it deflates, then you can, like, hit it. I want to see if there's anything to steal. If it survives Vivi's shot and Freya's attack, I might also try and eat it. Although it might not be edible. Restore in ore. Alright, so it's going to reform itself, which is fine. I'm unsure if one of Vivi's attacks is going to be enough to kill it. No, can't eat it all. Okay, never mind. Let's see, one of Vivi's attacks enough to make it deflate? No, okay. I'm going to hit the golem. And you'll be able to attack the core, because they'll almost certainly be exposed at that point. Alright, so we don't have to worry about trying to eat the golem. It cannot be et. Oh, you don't have to deflate. Interesting, you don't have to deflate the body. It just makes it so that it can't do anything when you deflate the body. Okay. It can't act while the body is deflated. Interesting. I missed the first time I tried to attack the core, and I thought you couldn't do it unless the body was deflated. I guess that just got unlucky. Another one of these guys, huh? What's Vivi's mana doing? Well, we definitely can't do this every time we encounter one of these things, but we're gonna try and keep hitting it. Definitely can't keep doing that forever. Counter? Excuse me? Rude? I would very much like that auto-reflect ring. Wish this team had it. Dead. I do very much wish this team had the auto-counter ring. Or the auto-reflect ring. Auto-potion on Vivi. Oh, I forgot to go through and actually add that ability. Let's look at the abilities that we have. Devil Killer, Man-Eater, Protect Girls, Body Temp, Level Up, Lee Gill, Insomniac, Jelly. Not really sure. Alert needs to stay on. I'm not seeing a lot of Beast. I'll turn off Beast Killer. There are birds here for sure. We'll definitely keep Bird Killer on. I'm gonna turn on Man-Eater. I guess I'll turn on Body Temp, huh? Seems like the most important stuff right now. Vivi! Grab Insomniac. Auto Potion. You can grab Bird Killer, add status, ability. You're just gonna grab ability up. Easy. Easy choice. And you've got everything turned on already. Now, what did you just max out on? Auto potion off the gold choker, so we can put something else on you. Ooh, clear-headed. That's gonna prevent confusion. Does it also prevent berserk, is the question. Because both of those would be very important. Body temp is also kind of important, but I think the magician's shoes are more important. Like, I'm pretty sure that prevents confusion. I should also prevent berserk, right? Needle fork. Well, if you still needed a needle fork at this point, you are. Whoop. Shh. Well, he got pretty angry about that, I think. I mean, I can look, right? Nope, just confusion. I know berserk is a status effect because I had an enemy in an earlier map using it on me. Ooh, hello. But confusion is semi-common, so I am happy to be able to resist it. Oh! Come on, kill the core. Wait, shouldn't you? Oh, okay, you're not actually low enough for auto potion to kick in. Okay. It needs to get into the yellow health category before auto potion will kick in. I see. You got pretty low, but I guess not low enough. Man, traveling without a white mage sucks. Monev, I do have a thing for you. Kupo, strange people came into town and destroyed the entire place. What the heck is going on, Kupo? I don't want to see any more pointy hats. Monev should be careful too. Maybe you should move elsewhere. Things are going terrible in Burmecia. Kupo, are we gonna be okay here, Kupo? Oh, wow. So for the first time in a while, we don't have any letter to carry forward. The first time in quite a while, we do not have another letter to carry forward. More fights. Jesus. I am only getting these golem fights. 420, blaze it. 420, what you smoking? Sandstorm. Darude Sandstorm. Oh, that triggered auto potion. Why did that trigger auto potion? Alright, so I'm guessing he... Okay, so now I'm thinking I'm understanding. He's doing a lot of damage with those counter abilities, and you stop those counter abilities by... Yeah, okay. By dropping the body. Alright, that's the, like, preferred process. Alright. I understand. The little frown that the, like, core gets is so weird. Alright, Quina finished Millionaire, thankfully. We can swap out their equipment. Insomniac is always nice. We finished Auto Potion. We can put it over here now if we want to. Yeah, let's put the Gold Choker over here. Now, I don't think you have enough to turn on... Oh, you do have enough to turn on auto potion. Nice. All right. We will just go ahead and turn on auto potion. Yeah, nobody has any healing abilities. Do you have any abilities you can use outside of battle yet? Yeah, we are entirely reliant on our medicine chest in here to keep us all up and moving. We are entirely reliant on our medicine to keep us up and moving through here. All right, well, the sign points that way, so I go the other way. Classic JRPG problem. Jeez, I shouldn't have bought any of those stabs, huh? Really should not have bought any of those stabs. Oh, was that the right direction? Was there a way to go up? Oh no, it's all just one way. Okay. Well, this room looks interesting. Well, let's start by going this way. Stick to the wall. Got a potion. This is gonna slide me back down, yeah. Can I, like, go up it if I go slow? No. Oh, this looks fun. Oh. Okay. Can I even get to that box? Okay. Sinkholes, man. Ah! I have found... You can get it a bit later. Well, I found a way into it. I figured it out. I think I have found your, our friends. Auto potion. Some texts don't seem to trigger that, and then some do. Okay, you got low health. Alright, defend. I'm sorry, trouble juice? Gross. Oh, she's sad. Never as dangerous or as auto life. What the? Holy shit. Oh, shit. Quicksand. Never as dangerous or as common as we were led to believe. Accurate, right? Come on. There we go. Yeah, no. Real life quicksand is, honestly, come on. I don't really want to go to the... I think this is, like, forward. I think I've got places to explore yet. Yeah, I don't feel like I want to go this far forward. I feel like there are other places I have to explore yet. Oh, come on. Aye! Boy, this is not going well for me. There we go. That's the direction I want you to jump in. Careful. Ay, caramba. There we go. Alright, get me out of this. Figured I'd leave that part as a surprise. That's quite an ability for me to get. Now, if I'm not mistaken, the way auto life works, I have no idea what happens if I let it pull me in, and I'm not going to find out. I think we already have a copy of Desert Boots. We have at least one. Mithril Vest is new, though, I think. You're still working through Devil Killer. That also teaches auto potion. Oh, damn. Guess we were going to get that at some point. All right, well, you're still working through Devil Killer. You already have that. Yeah, you can't equip it. It's like so much worse than the cotton robe, which is just so strong. But you, well, you're already learning auto potion, yeah. So I guess I don't even really. I mean, I guess Zidane's the only person that really wants it. So he'll get it as soon as he's done learning Devil Killer. Freya is still sad. What is sad? Trouble. Okay. What does that mean? I have to ask the dumb question. What does that mean? And do we have an item that can take care of it? Well, Remedy will take care of it, probably. Anointment will take care of it. Troubled character takes physical damage. The entire party takes... Holy sh... What an ability! What a status effect. I've never heard of that status effect in a... or a status effect like it in any other Final Fantasy game. At least not that I'm aware of. Hold on, I can see there's a chest here. I can see it. Did I get that one? Did I really? Am I psycho? I guess I'm just... I'm just... Blaine bloke. My Blaine bloke. Get the golem, turn it off. Is that a miss? Holy hell. How can you miss something that size? Is that enough? You gonna go down? Nope. It's okay, it's a common state for you. I mean, you're not wrong. Is Vivi actually using a potion out of our stash every time this goes off, by the way? Because if that's the case, I gotta turn that off, like, now. Okay, I gotta turn that off. Are you gonna die? Thank you. Hit the core, hit the core. I gotta turn that off, like, right now. I do not have enough for that to go off every turn right now. Nope, he's gonna reform. It's alright, well, we got one round of hits off. We're just gonna hit the core until he dies now. He's gonna get a couple of counters off. Jesus, he hits really hard. How are you... There we go. Yeah, like, I mean, if I had known that how this ability worked, if I had, like, thought about it ahead of time, I would have freaking stopped at a shop and bought, like, 99 of potions, and then we would have been fine. But with that ability going off that often, yeah, we don't have enough. What are the actual rules for auto potion? When, oh, just when damage. All right, well, yeah, that is too much for this stage of the game. Was Zidane not the other one who had it? Who was the other one who had it? Quina? Quina. Anything else for you to put on? No. Okay. Yeah, especially right now when, like, I don't have a ton of healing items. Because I didn't think that I was going to need to stock up that heavily. Alright, anything up this way? You turn on auto life. It's not a thing to turn on. I actually have to cast it in battle. Mithril gloves. That's what you're already wearing. Okay. It's an ability I cast, and then basically if somebody dies that for the rest of that battle. Oh. All right. Interesting. Ah, up here, okay. Received elixir. Elixirs are real nice. Remedy. Oh, all right. Loop me around that way, I guess. Is it just a closed loop? Alright, any chance you survive both of these hits? Maybe? No, the answer to that is a hard no. We're gonna actually just have Zidane hit it once. We're gonna see. Don't know. I don't think I have tried to eat these. And if Zidane hit it once, and if it survives, we will try and... Nice miss. It did not survive. Okay, so it cannot survive a Zidane hit. So I want to hit it like twice with Freya. If this fight comes up again, I gotta hit him twice. I think twice with Freya, and then try and eat. I think that's the way forward. Ooh, Dragonfly card. I'll take that. Oh yeah, I guess that's just a closed loop, huh? Alright. Alright, well then I guess we're done here. We're going this way. I hate these. Ah, come on. Haven't been watching for my internet. Oh no, internet crashed. Well, welcome back. We've mostly just been trying to clear this. We've mostly just been trying to clear our way through this dungeon. But welcome back. Yeah, we're in the big quicksand area. Oh, also Big Bird, which I have not tried to eat yet either. Creepy Big Bird. We're gonna have you defend. We're gonna have you attack and you attack. We're gonna see if it survives. Oh, it's casting Era. That's gonna make trying to eat it very frustrating. Oh wait, Era's not what I think it is. Hold on. I'm thinking of a different Final Fantasy game. So one Quinn attack, one Vivi attack, and one Zidane attack, which missed. That's very frustrating. Okay, a crit. That's... Oh, 2 crits. Jesus, this is a lot more hit points than I thought I did. Jesus, I'm glad I got a couple of good solid hits in before. White Wind. That seems very nice. That's a healing ability, right? Sure is. All right, Quinn is now a white mage. Hell yeah, Quinn is now a white mage. I've been bitching about not having a white mage for like an hour. I am very happy to now have one. That's like pretty legitimate healing too, if I'm not mistaken. I'm gonna pop that once here real quick just to show it off. Oh, well, maybe I will. Alright, well, bye. All my enemies are casting nothing but second level black magic spells. They're getting stronger faster than I am. Oh, Freya gained something. I didn't see what it was. But I think it's off her spear, which means I don't think that she... Oops. Equip. Yeah, it was Reese's win. Yeah. Yep, alright. Still nothing for her yet. Still no new equipment for her yet. Oh, there we go. Okay. Hey, Clara! The Clara Settlement. Might you be Lady Freya? Indeed, I am. We have awaited your coming, my lady. How did you come to know my identity? The King of Burmecia has requested that we guide you to him. So the king did make it here. Long live the king. Take me to him immediately. At once, my lady. Zidane, I shall go see the king. Why not take this chance to rest? Yeah, good idea. This way, my lady. Allow me to be your guide and show you our town. I can't help but feel like this choice was important for some reason, and now I can't think of what it was. But sure. Please walk this way, sirs. I go find yummy yummies by myself. Go find your yummy yummies. This is our source of water. I shall elaborate later on how we have water up so high here. That's called a lampshade, and they're not going to do that, I believe. Now for our next stop. That's called a lampshade. There is no reason for them to have just constant clean water up this high. This is the liveliest part of our town. But there's no market today, so the usual crowd is gone. Let's move on. This windmill brings the blessings of water to our humble town. Oh no, they actually might say it. They say there's no need to bring up. Actually, they might actually. Uses the power of the sandstorm to pump water up. Okay, so it is just a series of pumps, but specifically they use the sandstorm to power a series of windmills or wind turbines to power their pumps. Okay, it's actually a technological answer. It's the answer that makes some sense. Come, next I shall show you the observatory. They did. They actually did. I kind of thought they wouldn't say anything, and they would just leave that as an exercise for the player to figure out. The observatory is where the citizenry comes to relax. Here we observe our protector, the Sandstorm, and here we pray to it. Next is the cathedral, the last stop on our tour. The high priest who brings peace to our souls resides in the cathedral. The King of Burmecia and Lady Freya are meeting inside this building. It also houses the harp, whose magic stone powers the sandstorm. Let us make our way back. Magic harp, whose stone powers the sandstorm. That concludes the tour. Thanks a lot. The hell? Is that just Vivi? Maybe I should ask her to show us around again. Vivi didn't quite get it the first time. I haven't been a guide in ages. Oh. Oh, massive sandstorm. Massive sinkhole. 970 gil. Sounds like the storm is super important. Be a shame if someone dispels it. Hey. We got us a phoenix pinion on the ground there. Oh, no yummy yummies. Oh no. This town? Got no yummy yummies anywhere. You're not gonna make famous Alexandrian dish Queen's meal? You know famous Southgate bund cake? Oh. Quina, please. No harassing the locals. Please do not harass the locals. Is this who I think it is? It's Dan! Hey, I remember meeting you in Bermesia. If there's anything I can do for you, just ask me. Oh! Shit, man sells weapons. It's Dan! Oh, Jesus, and we immediately have new upgrades. Well, let's buy like... I'm gonna buy like 3 of them. I'll probably get one on the ground somewhere. Oh my god, thunder gloves. Sure, get 2 of them. Sure, let's get like 2 of them for now. Jesus. Mithril helm, let's get 2 of them. You got, okay, mithril vest is the same one I picked up earlier. Mithril armor. We're moving through equipment way too fast. I'm gonna need time to like grind up all the AP that I need. The sandstorm is too loud. I mean, actually, yeah, could you imagine living with a sandstorm whipping around you all day? Will we ever see Bermesia again? It's a really good question that I do not have an answer for. That's a great question I do not have an answer for. I was actually, yeah, that's true. Stay at the inn. She left the party. What about Zidane? Did not get a new hat. Well, we can move right from the bone wrist to the mithril armlet for him. Although it does drop his strength by 1. Teaches him bug killer. Yeah, we'll do that. You're still working your way through that. Alright. Ether. Mopley. Hello, Mopley. Oh, there's a letter for me here. From Ruby. I decided to start a small theater, but I ain't had any luck finding actors. Do you know any good actors who are looking for work? Man, how I wish y'all were here. Come to think of it, you Tantalus guys look like a bunch of outlaws. Nah, just kidding. If only she knew. Kupo, is she looking for actors? I want to become an actor. Ooh, mogul actor. Alright, no mail for us to deliver. Big save. We are at the inn in Clara. Alright. The beds are like very close to the Scottish flag. Those bedspreads were like shockingly close to the Scottish flag. Don't hate. Oh, is this Vivi? Yep. Look! Pointy-headed devil! Don't come any closer. You demon, leave my family alone. Vivi was there when we saved you. I have a few items, actually. Oh, good. I'm gonna buy like 1,000 of these. And I'll actually turn on auto potion for those guys. Buy a few more anointments just to have a few kicking around. We've got a fair amount of everything else. 1,000 might be a bit hard to carry. Well, especially considering the item cap is 99, so... Clara has not seen visitors for hundreds of years. They're a mushroom. Mushroom? I never see this kind of mushroom before. I hope it edible. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Well, have fun on your trip. Got a remedy. Nice. Have fun on your trip. Oh. Oh, back to Vivi. Oh. You bastard, you killed my father. Bastard. 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 Oh. And the kids are chanting it. Well, well, a bit touchy today, aren't we? He's one of the demons that sacked Bermesia. I haven't hurt anyone. Oh. I wonder where they learned to speak so strangely. Are you a friend of that strange apron-clad individual? Friend is a... friend is a word. Yeah, no doubt. I guess we got carried away. Yeah, no shit. I've never done anything bad. Oh, we know, BB. We know. Oh, there's an echo screen. Listen. I know it sucks right now. You all got chased out of your homes, but that's no reason for you to flip out on old Vivi. Vivi didn't do nothing wrong. Ah, I set of thunder gloves. Ah, should have explored more before buying. Only a tiny fraction of us made it here to Clara. Damn it. Hope everyone who stayed in Bermesia is doing okay. The sandstorm that protects our town is powered by magic. To keep the storm in motion, we perform a sacred dance to the melody of a harp adorned with a magic stone. Vivi absolutely cannot catch a break. Precious cinnamon roll. Precious cinnamon roll. Must protect. Must protect the Vivi. Alright, alright. Alright. Up this way. Another echo screen. Geisel greens. Clarion people are kind of stiff, but they're nice once you get to know them. I'm so happy the Clarions decided to take us in. Oh, it's getting close to sounding like Clarion, like the Clarion Inn. In days of old, the folks of Clara and Bermesia lived under the same sky, but Clarans fled to this tree to avoid conflict with the Bermesians. who began to value the arts of war. Yellow scarf. I think that might be a new accessory. I'm afraid I cannot let you pass. I have a message from Master Zidane from Lady Freya. I was told to convey the following. Zidane, this may take some time, so please wait at the inn. Okay. Okay. If you insist. Let's go hang out at the inn. Oh, or not. Help! What is the matter? The antlion's mauling a kid. The antlion? It is usually so docile. How could... We gotta teach that beast a lesson. This calls for immediate action. I shall inform the High Priest at once. Hey, buddy, where you going? These Clarions are also damn lazy. You there, give me a hand if you think you're good enough. Alright, they keep reusing this character of Dan for all these interactions, and I'm getting different vibes from him each time. Feel like this was never intended to be the same character each time. Alright, you know what I'm gonna do? Hold on. I will take care of your kid being attacked by an antlion problem in just a second, but I am going to go save my game first. I'm definitely going to save my game one time before we do that. Alright, and now we can go take care of that. Are antlions real creatures, by the way, or is that are they entirely fantastical? Is there a real creature called an antlion? Kid is probably Vivi because they threw him in. I hope that's not the case. So that's the antlion. Vivi's here. Ah, help me! Isn't that... Hold the fuck up. Is that the guy from the beginning? The guy that hired Vivi to be his slave? They are absolutely real, just quite small. No! Hang in there, champ. We're gonna save you. Is the child all right, Zidane? Yeah, he's fine. Like hell, I'm fine. That voice. Might it be Prince Puck? Freya, where you been? Ah! Ow! Hurry, you stupid jerk! It's the same kid? No way. I have like zero memory of this section of the game, I'm gonna be honest. Ever since we like finished off the Burmecia fight, I have like zero knowledge of this area of the game. I thought I remembered everything on this continent, because I definitely remember going to the other continent. Is everyone gonna counterattack me forever? Man. Mithril Vest, not interesting. We've already had a couple of them. You know what we're gonna do? Do Mighty Guard on everyone. Trouble Mucus. Alright, well, we definitely need to get rid of that status effect. Where are my anointments? Oh, I think I did that, like, out of order. I don't think Freya got the benefit from that because she was up in the air at the time. Nope, she definitely didn't. Oh well. Nice dodge. I love the dodge animation. Dodge animation's so good. Hey, I stole an anointment. Yeah, let's do this. All right, that hurt. Do you have any bloom? You've like used like all of your. Do you have any vanish magic hammer? Magic hammer is not going to be very good though. You're just going to go ahead and high potion yourself, I think. Bestial is a gold helm. I mean, I've got his bandit ability turned on, so he should have a higher than normal chance of being successful at these steals. What was that? That was wild. Hold on. I freaking turned on that, I freaking turned on, Reese's Wind regen at the right freaking time. That was nasty. Oh yeah, you can attack once. Keep trying to do it. We'll do a few more steals. I don't know how much more there is to this fight. Fortunately, that hit Freya, which is the one person I needed it to not hit, so we're gonna have to... Oh, Freya trance! Alright, well this fight's gonna be over pretty soon then. Because she's gonna start hitting like a truck here. Oh, never mind. Never even got a chance. Well, we didn't get our gold helm, but that's fine. Devil Killer and Insomniac. Popped a couple of skills. Are you alright, Your Highness? Hey, Freya, what's up? I'm not worried about it. But how could this be? I heard that Your Highness disappeared upon leaving Burmecia. Yeah. Well, let us go at once to the cathedral to inform His Majesty. My old man, huh? Nah, I don't want to see him. Just tell him I said hi, okay? Later. But Your Highness. Take care, Vivi. He's so rude. Vivi much nicer. He's the first friend I ever had. Oh. I gotta tell him something. Oh. I see. So you saw Puck, eh? As mischievous as ever, Your Majesty. I haven't seen him in ages. I heard His Highness left Burmecia 1 month after me. That makes it 3 years. And yet both you and Puck decided to return to me in this time of danger. I am grateful. Freya, we shall conduct an ancient ceremony to strengthen the Sandstorm. Surely no enemy of ours would attack with this powerful storm protecting Clara. And with the help of a dragon knight like you, the storm should grow even more powerful. Ah, the ceremony from the time when Burmecia and Clara were one. I understand. Zidane, I met with utter failure when trying to defend Burmecia, and I will not allow Braun to exert her will upon us any longer. You've changed, Freya. I didn't think you were so strong when I first met you. I could not bring peace to Bermesia and thus fulfill Sir Fratley's wish. But now, all I can do is protect this beautiful place. Yeah, protecting Clara is the best thing you can do for yourself. Doing so will help me. Oh. Ceremony time. So there is Celtic influence going on here. Because this is the river dance. This is a step dance. So the bedspreads being the Scottish flag is like an Easter egg, but isn't really just an Easter egg. There's actual like straight up Celtic influence here. They're like Ireland and Scotland, Bermesia and Clara. Uh-oh. The strings have snapped. A terrible omen this is. Uh-oh. Ah, fuck. Goodbye, Sandstorm. Oh, no. I can't believe the Sandstorm disappeared. What happened? I don't know. I have never witnessed anything like this since we settled here. On the harp, there's a magic stone. Since ancient times, we have used the power of the stone to control the sandstorm. Perhaps someone is trying to invade Clara. I fear you may be right, my lord. I only hope our enemies don't come up the trunk. Well, wouldn't you know it? I have a feeling they're doing just that. Oh, well, never mind. We are over here.
How dare they imprison us like this, those wretched court jesters! Zorn and Thorn will never get away with this.
I can't believe I got dragged into this.
No one asked you to meddle in our affairs.
It's pretty sad getting backstabbed by your own queen.
This is all some kind of a mistake. I know the queen, she would never betray me.
Wishful thinking. Who knows what she's gonna do to the princess?
I must save the princess at all costs.
I wonder if Mother will even listen to me. Why did she attack Bermesia? Why did she arrest us like this? I must be sincere with her. She hasn't been herself lately. Actually, she's been acting rather strange since my birthday last year. Danny, you can only be so blind to the truth before you're part of the problem. We're getting dangerously close to him being part of the problem. Like, dangerously close. Same day that tall man visited us. Maybe he had something to do with it. Come to think of it, that was when things began to change. Dr. Tot left Alexandria shortly afterwards, too. What happened that day? Right, these little shits. Queen Bron summons you. With us. What? How dare you speak to me like that? Quiet! With us you are coming, and that is that. What was that phrase? Oh, yeah.
Get off me, you scumbag! What was that? I do not understand. Understand what she said? I do not either. Enough, now come with us!
Well, she certainly tried.
Hurry up! For so long the Queen has waited.
Mother. Darling, there you are. Where were you? I've been worried sick. Here, come closer. Mother, there is something I need to ask you. What is it, darling? I will tell you anything you wish to know. Did you? Is it true that you are responsible for the destruction of Burmecia? Oh, well, no wonder you look so concerned. That is far from the truth, Garnet. You see, those Burmecian rats have been plotting to destroy Alexandria for some time. I couldn't just wait for them to attack and destroy our precious kingdom, so I had no choice but to take the initiative. Mother, is that really the truth? Of course. I would never lie to you. Yeah, bullshit. Don't believe you. Oh, darling, what's wrong? Why wouldn't you believe your mother? Oh, here's that shit. May I also play a part in this act? Act? Yes, an act from a beautiful play. There is a knight on a white horse and a beautiful princess. It is the tale of tragic love. Overcome by grief, the princess must sleep for 100 years. I've seen you before. It appears we were destined to meet again. My sweet angel, come to me. I will take you to a world of dreams. She is beautiful, even in sleep. Impudent little girl. Thorn! Prepare to extract the Eidolons from Garnet. Well, if that isn't ominous as hell. A belated happy birthday, princess. 16 years old the princess has become. Draw the Eidolons from her finally we can. Eidolons of eternal life, Eidolons of infinite power, arise from the 16-year sleep. Let there be light. The time has come, the time is now. Come forth, Odin, warrior of the dark. This is A+, not good. What are you doing here? Tell me, why do you think the sandstorm disappeared? I don't know. I was surprised that there even was a sandstorm. Do you know the sandstorm was here for 1,000 years, and in all that time it never disappeared, not even once? Perhaps Bronn is behind all this. Yeah, but what about that guy who was with Bronn? Actually, I'm more concerned about who that guy with Bronn and Burmecia was. That man. I wonder who he was. Zidane, I'm gonna head down to find out why the sandstorm disappeared. I blinked when I bet they ate the sandstorm. Num num sandstorm. Sand. So delicious. So crunchy. Crunchy sand. I was thinking the same thing. Let's go together. I'm gonna find Vivi and Quinn. I'll meet you at the town entrance. Oh, now I'm Freya. All right. Well. Now, you see, Freya can learn High Tide for just 20 skill points. Freya doesn't need 250 to learn the same ability that Quinn is learning. Spirit down, magic defense up. You already have all the abilities. Let's equip it. Chink. Mithril gloves. Trade out for thunder gloves. Spirit down, evade up, magic evade up, and you learn devil killer. Okay, good enough. Chainmail up to mithril armor. Defense up 3, and you learn jelly. Jelly's very important. And you're not quite done with your thing yet. Okay. Moving on. They're high from that mushroom after all. They may have mistaken the sandstorm for something tasty. I think high tide is in every single one of Quina. I mean, that's the trade-off, right? It takes 250 to learn, but it's on literally all their weapons, so you might, you know, doesn't actually matter if you max it out. Be the end of Clara. Act as someone with unspeakable powers. Could a magical force powerful enough to break the harp strings be aimed at us? Wonder why they can't just restart the Sandstorm. I knew they would come. That's like freaking Twitch chat right there, right? Like, that's like traditional Twitch chat, right? Like, why don't you just restart the Sandstorm, Monka S? Omega lol. Why don't you just restart the Sandstorm, forehead? The string's breaking. How foreboding. Have you seen Puck? The stone has protected Clara since the days of old. If you try turning it off and on again. Hereby bestow it upon you in hopes that you may learn to use it. I received an emerald. Haste, MP10, and White Draw. It is literally a stat decrease in every category. But White Draw sounds like it's a fun ability to make use of. Repairing a harp takes time. You know how expensive quality... I absolutely know how expensive quality strings are. I am kind of a bassist. I have played a number of... I own several guitars and several basses. I have bought many a string. And harps have lots of strings. I only have to deal with 4 to 6 at a time. Restringing a harp would take all day. Sounds pretty based. Oh, God, get out. Ouch. Yeah, alright. Same shop. Must protect my children. Accurate. Oh, hey, Stiltskin here. 3-piece combo of High Potion, Ether, and Phoenix Pinion. Absolutely. It's so dusty, you know? I can't stand it. Oh, yeah, all that sand that was kicked up has gotta, like, all fall into the ground now, right? Oh, we got a new letter from Monev. People are climbing up to Clara since the sandstorm disappeared. Kupo, I got a bad feeling about this. What's going to happen? Will Clara end up like Burmecia? Isn't there anyone who can help us? Kupo! That sounds awful, Kupo. I'm gonna pack and leave with Stiltskin. That's probably a very good plan. How's the water still coming up without the sandstorm? It's a good question. I mean, it's probably not. I mean, there's probably just enough water sitting... there's probably just enough water in some of the, like, cisterns that it might be flowing for a hot minute, but, like, it's probably going to dry up real fast. Actually, thinking about it, that makes the... Without the sandstorm, like, once you break the sandstorm down, this place becomes, like, impossible to hold, right? This is, like, the most siegeable town that has ever existed. Yeah, there might be, like, just enough sitting in these cisterns to, like, keep flowing for a little while. The weakened winds, even this windmill may come to a stop. I have a bad feeling about this. It's war they want, then it's war they'll get. Yeah, no, we're literally sitting in the most siegeable city that has ever existed. Probably no good source of water or food, yeah. Hey, what took you so long? Alright, let's get going. I couldn't find Puck. I wonder if he went down the trunk. This city have very yummy sands. This city delicious. Oh, Quina, no. Quina, no. Quina, you can't eat sand. I failed Bermesia, but I won't fail Clara, no matter what. Oh, do not eat sand. I don't even want to know what your digestive tract looks like. Oh. Well. They've stopped. Alexandrian soldiers. Well, you can't get more direct proof of who's behind this than literally enemy forces, like boots on the ground. Oh, Jesus. That one, like, flew up in the air, did like a full, like, half turn around and flopped back down. Whoa, that's an insane amount of experience. They were already really high. That's true. This is, like, literally the top of the tree. They're worth a lot of experience points. Another set. Miss! God damn it. Such badly designed armor. Well, you know what? We'll take the W here because now they're opposing us. So I'm happy for their badly designed armor. Learned poison. Are you done with that staff yet? Equip. VB. No, you still need to learn Thundara. Alright, so you finished off your magician shoes though, so let's see what else you need to learn. The only thing you need out of what we've got right now is the body temp from the Maiden's Ring. So that's what we're gonna put on for you. You do need to learn Jelly. I am gonna put this on you for now. You don't need the bone wrist. Yeah, we'll put the mithril armlet on you. The increase from the armlet. Oh yeah, we did also pick this up. Loudmouth and Fira. Okay. Awesome. Okay, so that means we don't have to worry about equipping the flame staff, but it teaches sleep, so yes, we do. Well, regardless, he's got access to Fira now. Loudmouth is awesome. Loudmouth Jelly. We just gained a bunch of abilities for Vivi. Holy hell. I'm going to take add status off because he doesn't really attack all that often, and it doesn't really do much for him. We're going to turn on... Jelly and Loudmouth. I think those are the two most important for Vivi. Did you see that you received a Mithril Sword? I received a Mithril Sword card. I received a Mithril Sword card. You could equip the bandana, but you don't gain any abilities from it. You're already on the mithril armlets. There's nothing to worry about there. You could go up to mithril vest, which is probably a correct choice right now. So we'll go into that, and you're still learning from that, okay? We just did you, and Quina. Quina's gonna get the bandana. Do we go up from the bone wrist to the mithril armlet for you too? I think the answer is yes. And do we go with Jelly for you too? Yeah, I do think my people they need to learn Jelly ASAP. We'll put them back on the higher level stuff eventually. Add stat is not really important for you either. Your stuff doesn't do much. At least your current equipment doesn't. Ooh, I can only pick one of these, huh? I mean, I could also turn off Millionaire if I wanted. Not really in the need to like grind up a bunch of gil right now. Jelly prevents petrify and gradual petrify. If I turn off millionaire. Actually, you know what? I'm going to turn off antibody and go with jelly and insomniac because poison's not nearly as scary as those other two. All right, let's go. Yeah, jelly prevents petrify, and petrify is a very scary status effect in this game because if your whole party is petrified or frozen, it's game over. You just lose. They're basically dead, right? If they're petrified or frozen, they are dead. And so if your whole party is some combination of dead, petrified, or frozen, it's game over. So you can pretty easily be blindsided by a set of enemies that you don't realize are going to inflict one or multiple of those status effects on you, and suddenly have a case where all of your characters are out of commission all at once. A moment, Zidane. Those Alexandrian villains back there. Weren't they too few in number to constitute a determined attack? Yeah. Thought so too. Bingo! Wait. Freya, the town's in trouble! You gotta come back, please! No, my fears were true. Wait, hold on. It's a linear path. How did they get around us? How is that possible? Ha! They fell for it. Oh, they're warping in. Oh! Dan's dead! The hell? That's not acceptable. Kill. Bow! Please save us. The town is full of demons. Are there really that many? They just keep coming. So they pulled us out of the town to go defend the trunk. And then after we killed the scouting force, they attacked directly around us. Basically, we got. We got. Oh, Siltskin moved over here. Can I like... No, I can't. What just happened? Aha, now we have a letter. To Sereno. It's a no-win situation. There's a literal pincer move and not enough of fighting force. I mean, we seem to be the only ones with a handful of Burmesian soldiers who just did a forest march from their destroyed home and are like having their first moment of breath in like days. Other than them, we seem to be the only ones here with any sort of like combat skill. We can't possibly defend both spots. So either their scouting team is going to push at the front gate, yeah, we're kind of in trouble. Oh, Jesus. Yep, and they're coming from behind us, too. Over here. I'm the one you want. Is that... I don't think that's true. I don't think they're looking for us. In fact, I'm not entirely sure why they're here. That's still something that has not been answered, right? All we got from Queen Braun, oh, trance from Quina. All we got from Queen Braun was that she thinks that Burmecia is going to attack first. But that's clearly a lie. So like, I'm not actually entirely sure why they're here. Like, they're just attacking Burmecia just to like flex, just as a straight up aggressive land, like a way to take land. I mean, Kuja seems to be pulling the strings here, so what's his goal? What's here that he wants? He seems to be getting something, Freya. They seem to be getting something from, must be the main attack force. They seem to be getting something from Garnet, but then why are they here? The Garnet thing seems to be unrelated to this. Maybe the stone and the harp. I mean, that seems to be the most likely answer to that question, right? High tide. They got nothing on me. Town's in trouble. Enemies are on their way up. How about your side? The Burmecians are fighting back, but the demons keep coming. We fled, unable to resist any longer. Damn those Alexandrians. What are we to do? I don't know. Back where we came. Oh, rip. Not again. Well, rip them. They're after the king and the high priest. Have you seen my husband? Oh no. No, I haven't. And he's gone. Ah. I mean, going back the way we came got the last group killed. Go left. You won't get by me. Lazara. Gotta heal up Quina real quick here. Zidane, level up. Gotta be faster, we'll lose them all. Hurry, tell us! Which way now? This way. Where's the bridge? Persistent bastards. See, up is towards the king, which is where all the forces are heading. Left is right back down to the lower area, which we don't want to go to. But right goes to that, like, overlook. Oh yeah, I gotta heal Quina. I'm not really getting time between these fights, so I might as well do some now. Let's put one on Zidane as well. Not getting any time between fights to do it, might as well do it now. Devil Killer, Auto Potion, Jelly. Lots of abilities getting unlocked here. Can't hold them off forever. Are we safe now? No more monsters? We're definitely not safe yet. Not safe yet. Stay alert for more. I knew it wasn't over yet. What are you guys doing here? We like this place very much. Even though we lost the soul-soothing view of the Sandstorm. Yeah, I think it's pretty too. This whole town is pretty. And everyone here is so nice. That's why I want to protect you. Come on, let's head to the cathedral. We can make our stand there. So these are the only survivors. Where's the high priest? Where's the king? Where's Dad? I hope they're all safe inside the cathedral. All right, everyone inside. Ah, they're back. Over there. We're surrounded. Kill. Can't save them all. Minions of evil, you have gone too far. My spear will purge this land of you. Aw, hell yeah. You shall fall like leaves in the wind under the force of my blade. Aw, hell yeah. It's open season on all suckheads. Blade's here. Now run. Don't know who you are, but I owe you one. Sir Fratley, I have missed you so much. I began my search for you immediately after you left Bermesia. Where have you been all these years? To what corners of the world have you traveled? My dear Fratley, I climbed the highest mountains only to hear rumors of your victories. I searched the deepest valleys only to find your footsteps. But I never found you. And in the end, I heard something. Something unbearable. Freya, you say? I believe this is the first time we have met. What? Did you just say? I'm sorry, but I cannot remember you for the life of me. You jest. You cannot have forgotten me. It's me, Freya. Freya of Bermesia. I'm sorry. No. Hey, wait a minute. You can't be serious. It's Freya, your lost love. How could you forget her? Say something. That's enough, Zidane. What? You've been searching for this guy for years, and now he's just right here. Fratley, do you remember me, the King of Bermesia? Not at all, I'm afraid. Impossible. Have you forgotten everything that has passed? Let me ask you this. What brought you back to Bermesia? Is it not because you learned of the crisis here in Clara, whose people are our brothers? As a matter of fact, I'll tell you. Prince Puck. I found Fratley during my travels around the world. And you guessed it, he didn't know who I was. Or even who he was. When Bermesia was attacked and he heard that Clara was in danger, his faint memories as a Dragon Knight called him back here. Dragon Knight. Yes, I was once called that. But now that is all I can remember. Fratley, I must go.
Wait, aren't you gonna follow him?
No. I am happy simply knowing that Sir Fratley still lives. I'm sorry, Freya. I knew you weren't ready to see him, but with Clara under attack and all, I need no such courtesy, Highness. Well, I'm gonna go after Fratley. Later. Jesus.
Puck, I have not seen you in ages.
What? That was Puck? So what happened? What's the matter, Freya? Are you crying? What irony. To find the man about whom I have dreamt endlessly, only to discover that he cannot even remember who I am. Come, Zidane. The enemy's hand has not been stilled. We must regroup. Freya. Ah! Now where the hell did she come from? Have mercy! Pathetic rodents. You failed to grasp the true power of this jewel. Yep, that's what they're looking for. Ah, magic stone! Now that I have this jewel, I am through with your city. Wait! Halt, villain! We got a remedy. Phoenix down. Nymph card. Zoo card. And an elixir. So I'm guessing those two that I blew up would have also given me stuff. Hold on. Let me, yeah, we gotta use a tent. Yeah, let's just camp out in a tent here while, you know, while the enemy just gets away. Yeah, we gotta use the tent there to heal up. All right, here we go. Think you can get away? Get away? You are a bigger fool than I imagined. Have you forgotten how badly I beat you back in Bermesia? So, you were more the fool for not finishing what you started. You're gonna pay! I find no tasties in this town, so we cook you for breakfast. Yeah, get him, Quina. And allow me to shadow your delusions of grandeur. Oh, the, like, dreary, like, bad things are happening music carried on into the battle. Not even any battle music. Sag. So Sag. Freya's going to... Quina just died. Quina actually just died. Just so we're all aware. Nice miss. Needed that miss to go. All right, I need a second to like think. All right, do I want to Mighty Guard first? I want to. Win to heal yourself. I think I gotta pop Mighty Guard first, assuming you live. Okay, you live through that fine. So I don't think, well, we're gonna high potion Quina, I think, this turn. We're gonna Mighty Guard first. I think Freya at first is gonna be, no, I want Freya to pop Reese's Wind. Try stealing again. Okay, as long as you're just auto-attacking, I'm happy. Let's see. Frog drop. Okay, if I'm gonna do anything, I need to ether Quina. we're good for a hot second here. Didn't you learn a new ability or something at some point? I guess not. Answer? Might be fine here. Ah, it's steel. Let's go with Aqua Breath. Ooh, Ice Brand. I'll take that. Jesus, Quinn is getting bodied out here. That just said miss. It's unhappy making. Shock, someone's dead. Nope, Zidane lived. Ice Brand is the rare steal. Okay, well then we're done stealing. Blue Magic. We actually got something halfway decent to happen. Pumpkin, I think it'll just attack for now. I want to keep your mana up in case we have to White Wind next turn. Which we will definitely have to White Wind soon. Cure? Excuse me? Can't do that. That's not fair. White Wind this turn. Yeah, we can pop Jump because Jump will happen after the White Wind pops. Alright, there's your Cure, by the way. Good heal. Nice miss! Look at Vivi go. You're not allowed to cure. Who said you could cure? Come on, finish her off. Wow, she's got so much more. Oh, no, we're done. Thank God. No more games. That's the same ability she used in the last fight, Stock Break. I shall leave with the jewel now. She's too powerful. Black Mages, the work here is done. Commence withdrawal immediately. Hey, they disappeared. What now, Freya? Good question. Zidane, look out behind you. Oh, get in the thing. Get in the thing. Everyone follow me. Yes, get in the thing. Oh, nobody followed me. Excuse me. Zidane, he's gone. I highly doubt I will ever return to this place. Besides, this may be your last chance to find the truth about who you are. Come, Vivi, show us your courage. Why are they, like, coming here? Like, they're all retreating to here before, like, jumping away. Freya's gone, too. There's a very nice contrivance that they're all running up these stairs. Not, like, what's happening? Right, this feels very contrived. I know, like heights. But are you just not gonna come? What the hell? It's time. Without her summoning powers gone, it is helpless. With this dark matter, I now hold the power to summon an Eidolon. Now I'll find out if Kucha's claims are true. Odin, come to me. She's summoning Odin? Oh boys, we fucked. Oh boys, we fucked. Oh boys, we fucked. He coming. Holy shit. You're summoning ancient dark knights against the Geneva Convention. Well, if it wasn't, it will be after this war is done. Holy hell. Jeez, did you see that? Clara, Puck, Quina, they're all gone. Yeah, Quina was in there. Excuse me. Yeah, what happened to Beatrix? I'll bet she's on this ship. Also, weren't we traveling in orbs with black mages? Like, why didn't they pop out here and are, like, actively killing us? Freya, I think Zidane's calling for us. Please, leave me alone. We have to get behind the stairs. Someone's coming. Welcome back, General. How is Her Majesty? She has eagerly awaited your return. Thank you, Flair. I'm certain she will shower you with praise for our victory. Your supremacy is without question now. Steiner and his Knights of Pluto are nothing compared to you. That is enough. Forgive me, General. Tell Her Majesty that I will report to her shortly. Thank you for the compliment, Flair. That was ridiculous. My troops alone would have been more than enough to take Clara. Why does the Queen insist on using black mages and eidolons? I didn't train all these years so I could take a backseat to anyone. This way, hurry up. You three, get on the telepod and go to Alexandria immediately. So Beatrix seems to be having some internal quandary about all these goings-on. There's no difference between them and me. We're all just blindly following orders. My heart and my will mean nothing. Maybe Steiner was right. Did you hear that? Looks like Braun's on board this ship. Possible progression? Possible heel face turn? We have a third act face turn coming? Oh, you guys. Do you see anything? It's too dark, I can't see anything. That's her! Did you get the item? Is this it, Your Majesty? Yes, this is it! With this, I can finally... No, I need one more. I must get the last jewel. Not even a word of gratitude. Beatrix, go find the last jewel. Yes, Your Majesty. By the way, how is the princess doing? Garnet? We have drawn all the eidolons from her. She is no longer of any use to me. What do you mean, Your Majesty? Garnet has committed a crime. I shall have her executed for stealing the jewel. What? Don't make me repeat myself. When we get back to Alexandria, I'll have Garnet beheaded. Now go, find the last jewel. Your Majesty. Dagger. Calm down. Fighting them now would be senseless. They still have Garnet in custody. So what are you saying? We should just stand here? We've got to get back to Alexandria before Braun. That's the only way. The only question is how. Zidane, follow me. Vivi, where are you going? Yeah, the queen is super off her rocker. That ain't even like a question. She is psycho. Oh, hello. Whoa, where are you going? Where are you going? Excuse me. Hello. Oh, yeah, you're what I'm looking for. Letter from Mopley. How unusual, Kupo. Let's read it together. By the time this letter reaches Sereno, Clara may be destroyed, Stiltskin keeps saying. I've been through stuff like this before. We'll be fine. But what if we won't be okay this time, Kupo? Kupo, so that's what the big sound was. I wonder if Mopley and Stiltskin are okay. Favor to ask. Deliver to Moodon. 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 Alright, give it a save. Oof. Alright. This is the Red Rose, by the way. We heard about this airship once in passing earlier. But this is our first time seeing it. Seems like Vivi has a plan. Yeah, I'm not trying to talk to you. Hold on. There we go. Remember how that soldier was talking about using these pods to go to Alexandria? Alright, yeah, let's try using the pods. Alright, let's try it. We have no idea how any of this stuff works. It's just very helpful that it just works when we just jump into it. Well, here goes nothing. Dagger, I'm coming. It's very, very helpful that it just works with us jumping into the pod. Like, it just does what we want it to.
The time has come to escape.
How?
I don't know, but we must do something.
Wait, I have an idea. Oh, I vaguely remember this minigame. I remember it being a pain in the butt. Like, we're trying to rocket back and forth. Like, I gotta time it right. Because it's all about building momentum. Like, I have to start, like, just as soon as the swing back starts. I remember this, like, I don't know, for some reason as a kid, this took me a while to figure out. I don't know why I didn't get it. I don't know, maybe I just didn't have the right brain to think about, like, momentum and stuff like that yet. Whether they had Vivi trip, then dust himself off there. Vivi still Vivi. Yeah, I vaguely remember this was like a pain in the butt. But I think it was just because I was a kid and couldn't quite figure it out. It's a weird little like cage that they've put us in, hanging from the ceiling like a pedestal. Or like a pendulum. First of all, how did they get us in here? This isn't actually possible. You're probably right? Because in the closed system of us and the pendulum, where's the energy coming from? Probably a chain crank to listen lower. Ah, that makes sense. But yeah, I guess physically it doesn't make sense, right? Because if you consider the closed system of the two people and the pendulum together, where's the incoming energy coming from? Takes much longer than it probably needs to. I'm also probably not doing it perfectly though. I think I gotta wait for the swing back to start. I think I need to wait longer into the swing back before I hit it to get the most momentum going. With the experiment run by the Mythbusters, they did this because it was in the Pirates movies. Ah. Is this in the... There's a scene like this in the Pirates movies? It did not work. I mean, it doesn't make sense that it would work, right? I think the only thing that would work is if you could, like, blow a big gust of air. They were in a suspended bone cage. All right. Yeah, I think the only thing that would work is if you could, like, produce a very large burst of air, right? And then your, like, equal and opposite reactions would push you to the other direction. Come on. Ugh, come on. I feel like I'm not actually getting any further. I mean, you're saying there you go, but like... Because I think he says like too early or too late if you don't do it right. The swing to occur because it's like a normal swing, but you can't... Oh, there we go. I have to like double it up. But you can't reach a wall. There we go. Gotta start hitting it twice per go, and that's where the momentum came from. Oh, someone's coming to investigate. Hi, it me. Wait, hold on. We're going to battle. Do we have all of our equipment? They put us in a cage with all of our equipment? Incompetence. Escape. Excuse me. Your job is to be experienced for me. We've seen they're not very competent at anything. That does seem to be the case. Oh, Jesus. The freaking heat-seeking missile. You expect from a military that doesn't supply their soldiers pants. We are getting some nice butt shots. Nice low poly butt shots in these combat animations, huh? Dr. Flurry. Thank you for the raid. Welcome, welcome. We do got raiders. Grab your pointy sticks. Thank you, thank you. Can I go up this ladder? No? Alright, I'm just gonna be chased. But they just stopped! They just stopped! That was so funny. Hello, Dr. Flurry. How was your stream just now? How was your stream that you just finished? Now I'm out of here. I'm going to Evil Forest to save my bro. You heartless cur. What is that? Oh, he pieced out just in time for us all to show up so that we're not over the over 4 members of our party. Well, can't complain. How's yours going? It's going quite well. We're having a lot of fun playing through this game. Have you played much in the Final Fantasy series yourself?
What are you doing here?
Steiner, is this Alexandria?
What? I have no time for your silly questions. I must escape this wretched dungeon of Alexandria and rescue the princess.
Enough said, let's go.
I'm not going to answer your stupid question, but here's the answer to your stupid question. Why is everyone leaving me behind?
Well, start frickin' moving. Get some fire in your butt. Hurry up, Rusty. Dagger's life is in danger.
What are you talking about? Enough with your nonsense.
It's true. We were just on the Red Rose and we overheard Braun talking. She said that when she returns to Alexandria, she's going to have Dagger executed. Ah, that's what you were streaming. Okay, were you just streaming a casual playthrough, or were you streaming some kind of like challenge run or a speed run? What were you doing?
Is this really true?
Yeah, we got 30 minutes before Braun arrives. There's a timer. Excuse me. Hold the phone. There's a timer in this section. Oh, hi, Marcus. Oh, it's also streaming. Yeah. Watch out, I'm closing the gate. Haha. Get rotated, idiot. Casual playthrough's been a while since I played. Wanted to test out Moguri mod? What is that mod? Never heard of that before. It's a long story. I'm gonna go to Evil Forest now and help Blank. Good luck, we're gonna go find Dagger. Look at that saunter. Look at his saunter animation. It's so good. Yeah, so I played this game quite a bit as a child, but I never beat it. Okay, there's nowhere else to go. But I never beat it. So one of the big things that I want to do here. Yeah, nice casual character interaction with the timer going. I don't know if there's any items for me to pick up around here. One of the things that I really want to do with streaming in general is to finish some of these older games that I never got to play or never got to finish when I was a kid. So that's what we're here doing. So where's your casual playthrough at? Fan-made mod for the PC release upscales the backgrounds, makes the FMVs 30 FPS and other updates. Ah, nice! So where's your playthrough currently sitting at? You square and there was lost the bastard. I heard about that, right? Everybody, when they started releasing all of these like PC versions of this game, everybody was like, oh, there's going to be cool upscaled graphics and everything like that. And then like they made like a big announcement. You're in Garganru. Okay, yeah. So I was in Garganru earlier today. Actually, I think that's where I am supposed to be going. Hold on. Because yeah, there was like, yeah, everybody was like super psyched. Like there was gonna be all of this like upscaled backgrounds and stuff like that. And then there was like a big PR release like just before these games started coming out on Steam and stuff, saying like, yeah, we don't actually have that information. We can't upscale any of it. So we're just basically using screen caps. I'm just trying to collect the jewels. Jewels you speak of are actually not a whole jewel, but shards of a single jewel. It seems that the jewel is divided into several pieces. Interesting. Alexandria, Lindblom, and Clara each received a piece of the jewel for safekeeping. Oh, hey, it's Lotto. Read an old book the other day. It said the purple flame in the Queen's chamber holds some secret. Good to know. Try to listen. Oh, this is where it is. No, 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 no. Nope, 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 nope. It's awful because those backgrounds were all hand. It's insane that they lost it. I know. I'm not touching it. I know. I forgot it was there. I actually thought it was in this chamber. I thought it was in this room. That's why I wasn't thinking that. I almost clicked it. Found old reference material talked about a purple flame, but I don't know if it's any significance. Oh, hold on. I want to talk to these. Looking for the princess. Maybe she's in her room. Although she could be in the Queen's chamber. What? The princess is back in Alexandria. May have something to do with the secret in the Queen's chamber. All right, everyone's talking about the same shit. Not much of a secret if literally everybody here knows about it. Yeah, I thought the boss was in that other part of the library. I did not think it was in that left-hand area. Knights are worse than useless. They are the Knights of Pluto, after all. You can't expect much out of them. We're getting to a point now, for me personally, we're getting now to a point in the game where my knowledge is starting to sort of fall off. I don't really remember what happens from here on in. This is about the furthest I really got. Well, that's not true. One playthrough I did get nearly to the end of the game, but like, that was one playthrough, and like that was only one playthrough, and it was a long time ago, so I don't remember anything. Queen's room is on the 3rd floor. Look at how perfectly I fried this egg. Isn't it beautiful? Deep fried bat? Are you kidding me? Peach, and the princess's favorite dish is peach pudding. Much better. Much nicer. The boss is running around with you. Oh, wait. Yeah, legit. Hold on. Super legit. Good point. Didn't even connect the dots in my head for that one. Super right. We are literally running around with Steiner. Steiner, why are you not like rallying your soldiers? I mean, I know that they are basically the most terrible soldiers this world has ever seen, but like, tell them to get off their butts. All right, I'm gonna need to do some equipment swapping before we finish off this section. Steiner's in denial mode. He comes through eventually. I mean, like, he's kind of coming around now, right? Like, why are you... You're changing. All right, cool, useful. There's a hot mess. I mean, no, he's still a hot mess, but like, he's kind of coming around. He knows that the princess is in danger. Like, he trusts Vivi. So when Vivi says like... Oh wait, no, this is where we're heading. Hold on, I don't want to go here yet. Like, he trusts Vivi. So when Vivi says that princess is in danger, he's kind of like coming around now. Like, you'd think that he'd be like, I don't know what's going on, but like, we gotta go find the princess, so help me. Oh, did you see that dodge? Did you see the juke? Did you see the juke? Oh, not that it won me anything. Did you see the jukes? Do you see it? I stiff arm that fool. He be schmoovin'. He who stands alone, hello. Haven't seen you in a hot minute. He be schmoovin'. No, it's because I ran the wrong direction. I realized I needed to go left, but I started running right. Aside from running on a timer. Yeah, apparently this section's on a timer. Who knew? Not me. But things are going well. It's a great, God, I'm loving streaming this game. God, this has been so much fun. This game is such a freaking blast. Constantly. Oh, I tried. Yo, if we do get the freaking Knights of Pluto on our side, though, wasn't one of them like dating like half of these female soldiers? Yeah, this one didn't give me much choice. Wasn't one of the freaking Knights of Pluto like dating half of the roster of Weimar? Awkward. I have literally no idea if like going into any of these. Oh, all right. Oh, speaking of, get out of here. You're kidding. I think Zorn and Thorn were arguing in the Queen's Chamber earlier. I mean, useful. Can you help me with that? Red Rose. No, it hasn't arrived yet. Well, that's good to know, but still. Way to route a castle through dating. Ha! Get wrecked. All right, well, there's absolutely nothing to be gained by going through these side passages, but you know what? I did it anyway. Get off me, 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 get off me. Haha, eat my dust. All right, now we're going the right direction. All right, we're gonna do some menuing here real quick. Yes, take the mithril helm. Thunder gloves. Yeah, take the mithril armor. And keep the power belt for now. Zidane, where are we at? Nothing for you there. You're still going through everything else. Vivi, change the lightning staff out for ice staff. That gives us a full set of second level spells. Keep the mage's hat. Keep the wrist. Keep the bronze vest for now. Good night. Oh, sorry, I wasn't reading far enough back. Kelek, thank you for stopping in as always. I'm so sorry that your internet's been giving you trouble all night tonight. You know, always good to see you. Have a great night out there. What are you doing here? Shaver, get out of this room and turn right. What are you doing in here? There's some of our Knights of Pluto are places that raise some questions. What if your knights also, by the way, they're like captain like vanished on a ship that like supposedly blew up. What have they been doing in the meantime? Maybe they're actually their best is the canonically correct answer. That is the correct answer. Yep. They've been under Beatrix's orders while he was MIA. Ah, that might explain why they're not like jumping to help. Would certainly explain some things. Purple Flame. Beatrix runs it. She run everything around here. Oh, purple light, how unusual. The game is not going to give you any chance to screw that up. The character will just see it for you. She would certainly know how to. She is kind of a girl boss. Gaslight, girl boss, gatekeep. Oh. Oh, are you kidding me? That's... Well, that kind of makes the fact that we got the rare steel a little bit less exciting, huh? There's just another one right there. That's kind of saddening. Makes me very sad. I'm sad. The music for this whole series is really good, but like they definitely know how to do like you got to get your ass moving music. Tends to make it really hard for something they're just gonna hand you later. Yeah, I mean sometimes just getting it earlier is like a worthwhile benefit, but like in that case, like I didn't even really get a chance to use it. Like even if I didn't already have the blood sword, right? Even if I didn't already have the blood sword, I would have only been able to use that for like 2 battles. What are you doing here? So meddlesome you are. Mercy, no more. Oh, we're gonna fight Zorn and Thorn? Hell yeah! I have wanted to put my foot through these little cretins' faces for hours. Welcome to old school RPG. Yeah. All right. I hate their battle animations. I hate them. 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 Do I hate them? I think I hate them. Have I said that? Meteor power has been neutralized. That's probably a good thing, huh? I am so ready. I want Zidane to just end their entire existence. That was a weird sound effect. Get a spear in the face. Oh, don't like the way he bounces like that. Do not. All right, that's good enough. Apparently that's good enough.
Damn you, we will get you for this. Matters not to us, finished with Garnet we are.
So they're HP pools, so okay.
You're too late.
Well, I hated that. Why did we just let them run away? They just need to die. Dagger, it's me. Dagger! Oh no. Princess! No! Princess, please forgive me. I don't deserve to be a knight. I don't even deserve to live. Her heart's still beating. Yeah, I know. Let's get her out of here. Dagger, you're gonna be all right. I'm just so over. Oh, Jesus, we have an ATE. Such a drama queen. Friendship. Oh, shit. It's the boys. It's the boys. I'm bushed from all that running. I can't stop. Hold on, bro. I'm coming. Oof. Come on, get up. This will be what he needs to get his head out of the queen's butt. I mean, he's gotta just no longer... Oh, timer's gone, by the way. He just gotta no longer be able to, like, keep up. Like, you can't keep up after this. Received a letter from Kupo. Kupo, what's going on in Alexandria? Soldiers are everywhere. I heard a rumor that Princess Garnet returned to Alexandria. I guess Princess Garnet left the castle because she suspected Queen Braun. What could Princess Garnet and Queen Braun be thinking, Kupo? I don't understand how the royal family thinks. Okay. It's not a 180, but it's a big point for him. I mean, it's gotta be, right? Like, you can't keep... Whoops. Why did that happen? One, please. You can't keep talking the rot he's been talking after seeing what we've seen. Just, you can't. You just can't. All right. That being said, it is about 1 o'clock for me, which means that I have to turn in for the evening. Now, give me a moment here. I'm going to try and pull up... Oh, hold on. I'm going to pull up Twitch here, and we're going to see if there's someone we want to raid. Dr. Flurry, thank you for the follow. Appreciate it. Absolutely appreciate it. We are doing a big push to affiliate here. We're trying to get to affiliate. We're only a few subs away, and then, or sorry, follows. We're not at subs yet. We're just a few follows away, and we'll hit that important number, and then we are going to be on our way to affiliate. Thank you, Dragon, for posting the schedule in chat there. Give me just a moment here. I'm going to try and find and not play somebody else's stream. I'm going to try and find somebody that we might want to raid tonight. Does anybody have any suggestions? Who are we raiding tonight? Who are we raiding tonight? Oh, my VTuber brother is currently streaming. Yeah, he's playing God of War. All right, let's go over there. Hold on. Here we go. We're going to do a quick raid of Therodrax King. He's another VTuber like me, from the same VTuber mama. Give me just a moment to get all that together. We're going to go on a quick raid here. Thank you guys for coming out. As I mentioned, I'm doing a push to affiliate here. We're trying to get to that magic number of 50, and so that I can start playing around and starting to see what cool stuff I can start producing for you guys, because that's going to be really exciting for me. And then yeah, so I generally play Final Fantasy IX right now, Tuesdays and Thursdays, twice a week. And on Wednesday, I've been playing a different JRPG. I'm playing Xenosaga. We just started that last night. The PS2 sci-fi RPG Xenosaga. We just started to do that one. So let's see. Mondays we tend to do. Hold on. Sorry, guys. On Mondays, we tend to do something a little bit different. Usually something like playing around with like Dwarf Fortress or World of Warcraft, Path of Exile, something like that. And then on Fridays tomorrow, we're going to be doing like a fandom day. So I'm just going to be talking about a bunch of the stuff that I'm a fan of, and I'm going to have you guys, you know, talk to me. Anybody who shows up to talk to me about stuff they're interested in, get me into some fandom stuff, get you guys into some fandom stuff, and a chance for me to like see stuff I don't get to see during the week, right? So that's what I'm excited about. So here we go. That's the plan. Thank you for posting the schedule. That's also a link to my Twitter as well. Feel free to stop over there. I don't post very often, but when I do, it's usually pretty interesting. So thank you guys. We're gonna do our quick raid now. 3, 2, 1, and here we go. Ready up for your raid. And we're going.